Yeah.
All right, guys, that was quick. All right, guys, welcome back in another episode.
Oh,
Don't know why my mic was muted. Welcome back in another episode of the Mark Lesko podcast. Going to talk Big Ten media days and top 10 receivers of all time at Penn State. Very hard list to pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just talking about it. I mean, yeah, it's tough. But the thing is, what's nice is we all come from like different. So George and like Aaron, how old are you?
I'm 40.
Okay, so Aaron's a little older than me. George is 56, and Brett is my age, but Brett didn't start watching until like 2013. So I am of like the early 2000s to now. Aaron is before me a little bit. George goes back to like Kenny Jackson days, stuff like that, and Brett's like 2013 on. So
I started watching more in 2013. Yeah.
Yeah, so we all kind of have different generations. Like from Brett's like viewing days, you could have the top 5.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Muting, but you could have a top 5 just from Brett's like.
Oh, yeah, easily you could.
Hold on, I gotta check my mic. It keeps like unplugging, but yeah. So Big Ten media days. We haven't talked about it with Aaron and Brett yet. What do you guys think about Big Ten media days? Lorenzo McMullen visiting. Yeah, is that 5-star receiver? Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that him?
Okay. Yeah.
That's crazy. But
good stuff. What's up, Biden?
Aaron, Brett, and George. I mean, you guys all. I mean, George, you were on here, but what did you guys think about Big Ten media days?
Yeah, it was.
I thought Sig was funny.
Yeah, Sig's always funny. So yeah, when it comes to Penn State, sorry guys, I'm losing my voice at this point. Long vacation. So the interviews were good. Matt Campbell obviously nailed it out of the park. I think he could be. I think one thing I would have to say is I think it's not that he's scripted, but he's not going to give too much, which is good because he doesn't want to give anything away.
So Michelle, yeah, he is, thankfully.
Yeah, he doesn't give anything away or go too crazy in depth with what he likes or what he doesn't like, but he's a hard-nosed football coach. He talks about, the culture and the Letterman coming back, like what really matters to Penn State, and that's what I do appreciate about him. I think once he gets more comfortable, he might get a little bit more outgoing, if that makes sense. Just like you just want a little bit more sometimes. I'm just being my honest opinion.
Yeah,
I thought he did a great job.
It's a lot of coach speak, is what I said.
Yeah, it's coach speak. I think once he gets more in the groove, he might be a little bit more outgoing sometimes. If that's not who he is, and that's not who he is. But I like how he's no bull crap. This is what the game plan is. This is where we're at. This is where we need to get better. And he's not too specific on things. So I think he did a great job. I thought Rocco Beck is very seasoned when it comes to talking to the media. He knows what to say. He keeps you entertained. Like you're not like struggling to follow along with what Rocco is saying. Like he's very upfront and honest, and I liked how he was like, it'd be nice to get Kobe Howard 1,000 yards this year. That wasn't at the actual media day, but that was at one of the interviews he did recently. I thought the cover 3 individual interviews with Matt Campbell and Rocco Beck were really good. So I think cover 3 did a good job with both of them. So shout out to them. Those were more personable, like questions about just, what's been going on. So I did enjoy that. Yeah, overall, you could tell. I was telling Mark before the show, you could tell Tony Rojas and Donka were like a little bit nervous at first. They got into it. If I was in their position, I'd be nervous too. I mean, you're in front of the media. You're basically on TV. You're on TV playing, but that's different than like actually speaking, right? Public speaking is its own talent, and it's very hard to do. So I think overall, those guys held their own and did a good job. You can just tell Rocco's further along at doing that. He's had more practice with it. But yeah, I enjoy watching it. I was able to watch as much as I could while I was on vacation. So yeah, good time.
Yeah. Aaron, go ahead.
Oh, I just I liked everything I heard. Like you said, like you were saying, Brett, it was keeping it clean for just get in front of the camera, do your thing, be on your way. I will say I thought Tony Rojas's suit was very clean. He had a really nice pinstripe suit, looked real good.
It was nice, yeah.
Yeah, but the guys did really well. Yeah, like you were saying, I thought Rocco, he's been a quarterback for a while. He's used to being in front of the cameras, and it shows. He had a good interview with On3 too earlier this week. Yeah, it was interesting. I thought everybody just handled it really well, and it was pretty uneventful media days for us. So really, I think the only thing that really came out of it was Sig stirring the pot with the SEC. So
yeah. I said this to George the other night. One thing you didn't hear was how great we're going to be, how much we're paying this coach, how great these coaches are. You didn't hear that. You just heard, this is what we bring to the table. This is what we've been doing. This is what we're here for. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't hear all last year, man, all offseason. All he talked about was we hired this coach. We hired that coach. We got this player. We got that player. We're going to be national champions. Like, you didn't hear that, man. Like, in defense of our previous coach, I think it was almost like we have all our chips in right now, and we have to get this done. I mean, at that point in his coaching career, he was past due, and I think he was a little desperate. I don't mean that in a bad way. He was just a little desperate that he had to say that stuff. But we didn't hear that this time around, which was nice. We just heard nice, common sense, and Brett, you got sound coming through. That might be me. That might have been me.
Yeah.
My bad. All right. But George, yeah, I mean, I've watched more than what I did the other night since then. So what'd you think of it?
Well,
overall,
I thought he did a great job. Like Brett said, he was talking about the tradition. He mentioned the grand experiment. I mean, I think you heard him say that, but I know he talked a lot about culture, and we've talked about getting players that matches culture, and just not just grabbing some guy because of so many stars. He also gave real injury updates, which is nice to be getting those. I know coaches don't have to do that, but for fans are going to invest all this time and money and emotion. Yeah, it's nice to hear what's going on with the players. Overall, I mean, like everyone else said, he did a great job. And that's about it for me.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like you said, Brett, there was a lot of coach speak, which I said that the other night. So was Mauser and Hoosier, Derek Hoosier. They were a bunch of coach speak. But I think sorry, I don't know if that's – it's on the list I was on. But I liked what Matt Campbell was saying. He started with the tradition, having a locker room full of good men, good character guys, supporting the letterman, supporting the fans, supporting the history. Starts with that. If you guys haven't yet, check out my interview with Sean McHugh. Played fullback for Penn State, played for the Steelers, played for the Lions. Talks about playing with Dan Campbell, talks about playing for Joe, talks about he was LJ's fullback when he ran for 2K, won a ring with the Steelers in 2008, played with so many good people, like so many good players in his career. So check that out. He's coming on again. Going to talk more Penn State. We didn't even scratch the surface of stories that he probably has. And We got shorts up on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and the episodes on Facebook and YouTube. So go check that out. MarkLeskoPodcast.com. Go get some merch and Uplift Pickleball Paddles, Victory Sports and Fitness. Check out what you get on the site. But yeah, overall, I like the way he was speaking, and the three guys that we had talking, they were all good too. I mean, they covered a lot. So it was good, man. I'm excited because it's just we're back to someone said we're so back. Like, we're just back, man. Like, we're back to Penn State football. We really are.
Yeah.
So it's just relaxing, honestly, kind of, if that's the right word.
Something that I might have mentioned the other night, but it was nice to hear they were talking about the defense, and we've had some conversations about will it be 3-4 or 4-3. It sounded like, again, coach speak, but it sounded like they were going to rotate through multiple types of defense sets depending on what was going on. That sounds small, but and I really liked hearing that because of some of the players that might fit real well at a hybrid. Ayrton comes to mind as maybe the top one that could have a lot of talent and a lot of speed, but maybe not the perfect defensive end. Not yet.
Yeah. Yeah, they asked about him. They asked about, well, he gave a health update, like you said. That's like, wow, we got a health update. That's crazy.
Yeah.
We know, what our players, whether they're injured or not, and how long they're going to be out, and if they're healthy or not. I mean, yeah, and he said they're going to have a 4-man front, which is good. I think we'll see a multitude. We're going to see a 4-3, 4-2-5.
Yeah, they'll probably just run multiple defense because, I don't know that, like, D'Anton Lynn has necessarily a defensive style, at least not yet, not one that's, like, cemented in. I think if John Haycock had come here, then we'd probably have a different plan than what D'Anton Lynn's going to do. But I don't know if you guys saw the interviews where they talked about where Tony Rojas talked about how things have been with D'Anton Lynn. But it's been very interesting to hear because he talked about how D'Anton Lynn listens, he hears the players out, listens to them, like what they're good at, what they're comfortable with, what they're struggling with, and he designs the defense to work around what works best for the guys. And to hear Tony talk about it, that was not happening previously. So that's already really encouraging just to hear that.
That's Landon did a whole video on that.
Oh, it was Landon who talked. Yeah, that was talking about
how he's like, I feel like I'm listened to. Like, that's crazy. And then when I was watching his interview with Stupar, I was in my car going to the gym, and Landon walked right by my car. I was gonna be, hey, I'm watching you right now, Landon.
Yeah.
But
you talk to him?
Nah. I say what's up to him if I can, but I just leave him alone.
I think we all know the importance of Terry Smith, but Coach Campbell mentioned that too. He mentioned that was one of the things he asked for before he took the job if Terry would stay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing he brought up. I watched the interview with Kajana Carter, and he said his expectations are we go undefeated in the Big Ten title. He said defeat is not in my vocabulary, so that's what he expects. He said Mac is very humble. He likes the direction it's going. So, but yeah, DBs are too good, too deep to play less than 5. Yeah,
well, that's true right up until you look at our linebackers and realize you can go big if you want to.
Well, we have Rojas, who's a hybrid, and then Zion, he's going to be a Swiss Army knife. He's going to be playing all over the field. Zion is that guy. But, I mean, we got AC, we got Zion, we got Cooper, Neal. We're in good shape. We're in real good shape.
Yeah.
And then we got depth at defensive back. Like, I think any of our top two, we're pretty much too deep at defensive back.
We
and
are.
Then you have Rojas.
Think about it. We have Jameer Joseph, like he's at like the bottom of the pecking order with Josh Johnson, and those guys can step in and play right away. Like that's crazy to think about. Our base has to be a 4-2-5 with all those talented guys on the back end. So
Also,
Gambler,
DGen,
thanks,
did you I would say, DGen, did you hear that Matt Campbell was like, "Oh, I'm really excited to play Iowa as soon as I can."
Yeah, he's gonna play
He's
out.
trying to give you all lip service.
Yeah, he says he respects Kirk Ferentz, so
I mean, he should.
But the
Ferentz been doing it forever.
The storylines outside of Penn State, Sig, going after the SEC, which he should and he can, and he's the man. He should be able to do that. He beat multiple high-paying rosters. He beat Miami, Ohio State, Alabama, Oregon. Like
he beat a lot of top dogs,
except for Miami and Ohio State. Didn't annihilate them, but I mean, you want to talk about top 3 from last year? It's Indiana, Miami, and then Ohio State. I'd say that's the top 3 right there because they were the closest to them in victories. And Penn State was close, but they didn't go to the playoff. But
small margin of error between those games. I mean, that's what it came down to.
Yeah, the Big Ten is very competitive at the top. I would not be surprised though if you see, because it's been slowly happening, right? Where the middle of the Big Ten is creeping up a little bit here and there, just getting a little more competitive. Illinois was the first one to do it. They kind of stepped into that, like we're starting to win 9 games and give people a hard time. But now you're kind of seeing like Washington's kind of getting their feet back under them, maybe. I think we'll see what happens with Wisconsin. I feel like Wisconsin's on that like teetering where it's either going to start going positive or it's going to go real negative real fast.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting.
Miami and I know this is outside the Big Ten, but they played like a Big Ten team last year. They were really good, and that's something none of us thought would happen. Like middle of the season, we're like, oh, here goes Miami losing to SMU. Here it comes, and then they got punched in the face and came right back at it. So like that's something nobody would have guessed except for maybe Miami fans. Probably not even them. This year, something to keep a note, Miami's got a very talented roster, but they're very young this year. They're very young.
Yeah.
They're top 20, top 15 of the youngest teams in college football. So we'll see what happens. I mean, they have talent all around, but something to keep an eye on. They had a lot of veterans leave, so.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Rhett Lashley sure seems to have Mario Cristobal's number, doesn't
he? Yeah, he hasn't figured out. Yeah,
he just can't get Rhett.
Yeah. And Sig had the fresh cut. Sig looked good. Sig's like 70 years old. He looks good. Like you wouldn't have thought.
Yeah, almost 70 something. Yeah.
Brett Bielema went after the SEC.
As he should always.
Fun of the way he looks. I like Brett Bielema, man. I know a lot of people don't like him, but I like him.
The only thing I don't like about him is he only has 1 T, but other than that, he's great.
Only has one what?
Only has 1 T. He's Brett with 1 T. He doesn't have 2 T's. Yeah. That's
and
classic mistake. But
Matt Rule talked about the schedule, like he's recruiting like based on the schedule. Like, hey, we play this, we play that this year. I didn't see a lot of what the coaches were saying. I don't know if you guys did. I'll pull up the Instagram. But George, what did you think of the national news, the national storylines from Big Ten Media Days? If you're still there.
Oh, did we lose George?
Oregon players talked about they have farting competitions in the huddle, so that's pretty weird.
Crazy, yeah.
So what? Wait a minute. So what? I didn't catch the whole thing from that.
So I forget the player who was talking, but he said that specifically the quarterback. What's the quarterback's name?
Dante Moore.
Dante Moore would fart in a huddle, and they would have competitions. Like that's something you just don't talk about, and you keep to yourself. Like he, with a straight face, said that this is what we do here. Like what are we doing here? Talking about that.
This man has no filter at all.
Unbelievable, man. He should be fired from, if he was at Media Days, he should never be allowed back as a guest, as anybody, because you should be, you locked up in jail for that one.
So I like, we, Pat Kraft took a jab at Oregon, and we do too, but Oregon's a great program, man. Like, Dan Lanny's a great coach. Like he's a great coach.
Really good. Yeah.
George, what did you think about the national storylines from Big Ten Media Days. Like we were just talking about the one Oregon players. Like, yeah, we have like farting competitions, and like I'm like,
Well,
what
you know what
talking
Kraft
about?
said about those guys out there. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think the Big Ten. I don't care what the SEC people say. Top to bottom, we're the better conference, and we have been for any number of years. I think all the coaches, almost all the coaches in the Big Ten are really good coaches. You know, you can't always turn a program around to be top 10. That doesn't mean you're not a good coach. And I think the Big Ten is going to be very, very competitive this year, and even into the playoffs.
I mean,
Yeah.
me personally, I could care less about who has the better conference. Like, I just don't really care. But
Yeah.
we are better. The SEC, they were so good for so long. I mean, they were defined by one coach, really.
Yeah.
No shot at Kirby Smart, no shot at any other coach. They were defined by Nick Saban, and that's fine. The SEC before that, you know, they weren't like – it was a mix, man. Like
There was
Pac-12.
LSU.
Yeah.
It was the Pac-12. It was the Big 12. It was Big 10, SEC, and then the SEC dominated. Now the Big 10. I said years ago the Big 10 would dominate college football eventually. Like the SEC can only last so long.
Sure. Yeah.
But the Big 10, they have been way ahead of the ball game in terms of NIL, the portal. They've fully taken advantage of that. As much as we all hate Ohio State, I respect them. I think everyone else on this show does. Bro, they represent the Big 10 very well. I mean, they are very good. So is Oregon, and so is now Indiana and USC. I mean, they have the #1 recruiting class in the country. Like USC, what are they ranked right now? They're like number 10 or something, aren't they?
Preseason, I'm not sure.
You mean in the recruiting, or you mean in the preseason ranking?
Preseason. I think they're
they're up there pretty far.
But like we got USC, we got Washington. USC is number 20. Okay.
Number 20.
The one magazine I was reading, Indie Sports, they have it number 10. But I mean, the Big 10 is they got 1, 2, 3. 4. Where is Penn State? Penn State's not even in this top 25.
Oh, that's the 2025 one, dude.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is. That makes
But-
sense. Of course, ESPN doesn't have the updated one.
I will say though, just I want to throw this out there. It's like the Big Ten thing to me was somewhat predictable, because I always saw it as the truth was the biggest schools with the most money are in the Big Ten. It's a total nonsense that people believe Alabama has as much money as Ohio State. Alabama doesn't have anywhere near as much money as Ohio State. It's not even close. And Michigan has more money than half the SEC combined. It was not a surprise to me that once everybody was paying, it was going to swing wildly in the Big Ten's favor, especially the bigger programs in the Big Ten. And then you add Oregon to that, and you got Nike behind them, and it's like,
I'm surprised they don't have a top 25 right now. You know what I mean? Just at least a guess.
I guess they had they put articles out where they have their faux top 25. I know they had that. I guess they're not officially calling that their top 25. Maybe that wasn't the AP. It was just ESPN's own top 25.
But Penn State is number 17. I think the highest I've seen.
We're in the teens. Yeah, Indiana has Mark Cuban. Yeah.
Yeah. Houston, Iowa, Clemson, Louisville, Washington, Tennessee, Utah, SMU, Penn State, Michigan.
Yeah.
Alabama, BYU, LSU, Texas Tech, USC. So USC is number 11.
Oh yeah, they got 11. Yeah, they got them way up.
Oklahoma, Ole Miss, A&M, Miami, Indiana. Okay. Texas, Notre Dame, Oregon, Georgia, Ohio State.
Yeah.
We have pretty much 3 ranked teams we're playing for sure, if they do what they're supposed to do. Now this is a hot take. There might be a 4th ranked team, Let's wait on Minnesota because they always come out like they could be like 20th or 21st. Like you never know. Like you can't really roll PJ Fleck out because they've been pretty consistent the last couple of years.
Yeah, they occasionally have their breakouts too, where they'll win 9
Yep.
games or something and surprise people. But I wouldn't be surprised if there is some fluctuation this year with that, just because there was a lot of shakeup last year in the Big Ten. And usually after years like that is when you'll have like Iowa suddenly wins 10 games again, just comes shooting back or something like that.
Yep. And with the portal now, it's just so unpredictable. Like you just don't know.
So
who's going to mesh well together as a team?
So going back to my point earlier, we have 8 in the top 10, or top 25, I think, from what I just read, and the SEC has 7. So we're the better, like the Big Ten is the better conference. Penn State is in the better conference. We are the better conference right now. The last 3 national champions were Big Ten. And we have no reason to think that we have more reason to think that the Big Ten will win it again this year. Ohio State, Oregon, Indiana. Those 3 teams right there have a good shot. And USC, you could throw them in there too.
Yeah, my boldie this year is 5 Big Ten teams in the final 12.
Okay. Yeah. And then the SEC, they got LSU, who knows? They got Georgia, Notre Dame, Texas, Oklahoma, even Ole Miss. I mean, Ole Miss got a shot, and then Miami from the ACC. You don't know, man. Like, you really do not know.
Well, Texas
Alabama, maybe.
I think Ole Miss is gonna be legit. Ole Miss is gonna be legit again. I think the guy they got to stick around. What's his name? Who's the defensive coordinator last year?
Pete Golden.
Yeah, I think he's gonna do a great job. So.
And you got Trinidad Chambliss, Marcel Reed, man. The A&M, obviously there's more than one player, but Marcel Reed, man, the way he played last year against Miami, he just didn't play good in that playoff game. Marcel Reed, I think a lot of their success lives and dies on his shoulders. But
I think Marcel Reed tries too much to improvise that it messes his game up. He has to just play a smoother game, man. He just tries to do too much sometimes.
That man needs to be banned from throwing across his body. He does not have the arm for that.
He does not. He's a great athlete, man.
He is. Yep.
But Darian Mensah for Miami, he's another guy. I mean, all of these besides Notre Dame, they have CJ Carr back. He's a sophomore, I think.
Yeah.
Retro sophomore, yeah, he's young.
But a lot of these guys do have new quarterbacks. Darian Mensah is at Miami. Indiana has their new guy. Okay, I'm going to go through the top. Alabama has a new quarterback. BYU has the same quarterback. LSU, new quarterback. Texas Tech, new quarterback. USC, new quarterback. I think, right? USC has a new quarterback, right?
No, they still have Jaden Maava. Yep.
Yeah, Maava, I think's their guy, right? Yeah.
Oklahoma's got their guy back. Ole Miss does. A&M does. Miami doesn't. Indiana doesn't. So these a lot of these programs, Texas does. Ohio State does. Notre Dame does. Oregon does. Georgia does. So the top 5 all have their quarterbacks returning.
Indiana fans were mad because I said they got what's his name?
Josh Hoover.
Josh Hoover. I said he's good, but he's turnover happy. If he can fix that, I think he'll be fine. And they were coming at me like, dude, they got Signetti. He's gonna be fine. What are you talking about? I'm like, I'm just telling you facts. Look at his interception. Look at his interceptions. There's a lot of them. So if he can clean them up, which I think he can with Sig, I think he'll be fine. But I think people are. They need to press the brakes a little bit. Just because he has Sig doesn't mean he's going to be perfect. So calm down.
Yeah, and I agree with you 100%. It's I understand your confidence in Sig, but I'm also not gonna bet the farm on it. He throws a lot of picks. He's got to be more careful with the ball.
Well, if that's the way it is, we had Joe Paterno. We should have won 30 national championships in a row. It's not just about having that coach. There's a lot more that has to happen.
Yeah. Yep. So we'll see how it goes, but I do think Josh Hoover will. I think he'll be good, and you got to remember too. I think what Signetti demonstrated with his staff was that they were good at minimizing their they were good at picking when and not to take risks, right? So Hoover, in a very different offense, he may throw less picks simply because he's in less situations to throw picks. right? Like where it just doesn't really, like the throws he's being asked to make are just different, right?
Yeah.
So that could, even if he's still pick prone, it may not show up till he's in the NFL, right?
Yeah, I was interesting. He's saying like I don't know what's going to happen with Iowa. They do have a lot of new starters and stuff, so I'm sure they'll be commendable on defense. They always are usually.
Oh, they
So
always
you can
are.
always count on.
Every fan base has fanboy goggles on.
We
Gamblers.
sure do.
Yeah,
We do. So,
yeah,
but overall, Big Ten Media Days was fun, and I liked every breakdown, if you will. I liked everything that the coaches said. Like
yeah.
Signetti, we want him representing the Big Ten big time. Like he is legit.
Yeah.
And then what Matt Roll said, I'll pull it up. Did I share it in the group?
I missed that.
I thought I did. I hope I did. But it was pretty good. He's like, yeah, come play here. Like we play Iowa State. We play Ohio State, Indiana. We play Oregon. I mean, he got you gotta give Matt Roll props, man. He got Khalil Taylor like to Nebraska. Are you kidding me? Like
Yeah.
he got Khalil Taylor to Nebraska. That's pretty crazy, But good week for the Big Ten as a whole. And Big Ten, if you're a football fan and you need to get Big Ten Network because those guys are the best.
Yeah,
They are very, very good at what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Unbiased, they're fair. They've always been that way. Jerry DiNardo.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Dude, I just thought of his freaking name.
Yeah, I know. The Pittsburgh coach, he's good. The old school Pittsburgh coach, I forget his name.
Yeah,
He's not on there as much. But
No,
he does a good job. But yeah, Jared and all that. They're all really good guys. I really like watching the Big Ten Network, man.
Yeah.
It's Jared DiNardo, Howard Griffith. He still holds the record for 8 touchdowns in a game.
He's a beast. Yeah, I like Griffith.
For Illinois.
And Jake Butt's doing a very good job, man. I like Jake.
Jake Butt. Yep.
Very good.
Yeah, Jake Butt does good. He's fair. He's a Penn State. Like he likes Penn State.
Yeah.
He said good things about Penn State. I
Likes
forget
Matt
what
Campbell.
I forget what he said. Was he talking about Matt Campbell? He said they could have.
Yep.
So was it Reese Davis said that he thinks Penn State could have an Indiana year? I think it was Reese Davis was saying that.
Yep.
And then Jake Butt also said,
he would suit up for Matt Campbell. Is what he said.
Yeah,
and he's a Michigan guy, so
Jake Butt was he was a good player. I mean, he was legit. I think when he went to the Bengals, they sent him a bunch of toilet paper, a bunch of fans. I think it was.
That's pretty good.
Sent him a bunch of toilet.
He could have got a Charmin deal, that would have been good.
Yeah,
for like his kid or something.
I'm sure he does have something like that. You would think.
Yeah,
but so I was happy with it overall. But again, the Big Ten channel, they do a great job. Like just very good at what they do, man. They've always been that way. Like that's one of my favorite channels to watch, Big Ten channel, and they have all those classic games on there too. Like they have, it's called Washington Classic, Football Classic, or they had Penn State basketball when Tyler Smith played. I was sending him a picture of it. It was on TV. They have like Penn State Football Classic, and whatever team classic it is, they win the game. So, like, I think it was Washington USC the other night. USC was number 6, and I was like, oh, like this is,
this is old.
Washington wins. Like, holy crap! Yeah, this is old.
This is old. You see?
Yeah.
Oh man.
But
been a while.
Yeah. I mean, college football across the board. There's a war between the SEC and Big Ten. But besides that, I mean, that's kind of overtaken the Brandon Sorsby storyline. So that's a pretty big story right now. I don't know. Is there like anything else big that I'm missing right now? I mean, there's a war that going on there for sure.
I think it's interesting just because of the new era of football and the money and the contract. I find it interesting that SMU is not SMU. Ole Miss is suing some players who left to go to LSU for breach of contract. I'm not a lawyer. I have no idea how that all works out. Of course, I haven't seen their contracts, but I wonder how much of that or how much more of that's going to start happening when guys take money and all. Now I'm transferring, and did the contract say this or that? So it's not one university suing the other. It's the university suing former players, and they won. Right, the whole thing was they won that they were now employees. So employees have a contract. Again, I'm not a lawyer, but I could just see more and more of that kind of mess happening.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't see that, George, but I mean, when you're first of all, you're making contracts for college kids, okay? Like they're gonna break them. So suing them, it's like, all right, are you trying to get your money back? Because that should always be a clause. Like if you leave, we're getting the remaining money back. Like whatever, we're gonna pay you while you're here. If you leave, then you're not getting the rest of that money. That's it. You know, you would think that would be a thing. Like you can't trust these young kids. I don't care if they're like 22, 23, you know, which is older in college. You still can't trust them, like to not break a contract, you know, like they're kids.
Yeah. Well, I mean, NFL players break contracts plenty of times. But the thing is, like, this is the problem is nobody knows what their contracts look like. Only the schools know, because only schools and the agents know, right? Half time the kids don't know what their contract looks like.
And the agents are part of the problem because unlike the NFL, the agents are a known quantity. They're controlled, but you can literally have anybody be your agent. Yep, I'm negotiating with Penn State, and Uncle Bob's my agent. Anybody literally can be your agent.
Uncle Bob.
You have no actual free agency system or anything that keeps those contracts in a certain order and the way that they're supposed to work. So in the NFL, if somebody does breach a contract, you have a pretty good idea what their contract looks like because it's going to look very similar to any other free agent's contract. But in college football, who knows? Does Mississippi have the right to sue them? They must think they do. They probably had something in their contract. So, but yeah, I think the chaos is only going to get worse until we get some kind of collective bargaining agreement in place. But
yeah, there needs to be. Who said it? Nate Stupar on Landon's show the other night. He said there needs to be free agency, and you go into it one time. That's it.
Yeah, there just needs to be some controls.
Like there is no control, and these schools are like suing these kids. Like I get it. Like you want your money back or whatever, but like you knew what you were getting into, you know. Like so.
Yeah, I take a little different view, and maybe I don't know, Aaron. I don't know when you enlisted, but at 18, I signed a pretty serious contract that I couldn't just walk away from when I enlisted. So I don't know, 18-year-olds, I knew what I was signing up for. I think they know. And we're talking about something, okay, I could play college football here, get a free education and get X number of dollars, or I can transfer with my coach because I want to. I don't know. I think I've heard lawyers say anybody can sue anybody for anything. I don't know if there's any standing behind them. I just think this is maybe the start of a whole lot of this stuff that's going to be coming.
Yeah. I say lawyers say that because it's good for their business. Not really true. But what I will say, what you were saying about that, about our contracts, right? So I was old, even at 18, I was old enough to understand roughly what I was signing. What I didn't understand was some of the details, right? So in my case, I figured out later, I sort of knew and sort of didn't, that really you sign up for 8 years, whether you like it or not, right? So you can sign a 2-year deal, but you are doing 8 years, one way or the other. It's just how you're going to do those 8 years changes, right? And that's those fine points of a contract that those things are probably a complete and utter disaster at every university in this sport at this point. Those finer points are probably a total nightmare. So,
and which is why you need good representation, meaning the NFL ensures that with registered agents. So yeah, it's a whole mess. Anyway, I just thought that was interesting. Mark, you'd asked about other stuff going on in college football. I saw that the other day. This is crazy.
Yep. Thanks, David.
Yeah. Thanks, David. Welcome back, man. So talk about money. Most valuable college football programs. So 2.46 billion. Penn State 1.4 billion.
Top 10.
So in the grand scheme of things, when you're paying a kid, and this is not, this is most valuable. Okay. That doesn't mean you have $1.4 billion. Like it's in profit or something. This is just the value of your program. So still, in the grand scheme of things, you're paying one kid $2 million.
Yeah.
Like that's nothing. You know what I mean? Honestly.
Yeah.
And then the one kid, I think I forget which school, but they're paying this freshman $2 million in NIL. Miami. I forget his name, but he's being paid $2 million as a freshman because he's going to start. I think it's Miami. Darren Mensah is who he's going to be protecting his backside. Yeah. So
is this also like their facilities and all that stuff though?
No,
you know what I mean?
The way you should look at this is a market valuation. So keep that in mind. This is the same kind of valuation that said Tesla was worth like $1 trillion, right? So the amount of money the program makes has nothing to do with this valuation. So just keep that in mind. So that's why, like, I can tell you on this list, Alabama and Oklahoma make the least money of all these programs. That might surprise some people, but they do. They make the least money. So just because like this is not an evaluation of, this is like if you were to put them on a market and people were trying to buy the brand, this is what it would be worth.
Oh,
as an estimate, right?
Because I was gonna say like the $700 million renovation for Beaver Stadium alone, that puts Penn. You know what I mean? Like that's the value of the program in general with our facilities and upgraded stadium coming. Like it's very valuable.
And this would be more like, think of it like selling your brand to somebody. What does your brand command on the secondhand market, right? So it's always a little bit of a funny game because there's no good way for like a lot of these are private schools or they have private laws, so they're not going to disclose to you what the value of their facilities is. They don't have to, right? So when they do these evaluations, they're really just like using business valuations, which they don't actually know what if you were to actually pile the university together, it'd probably be a lot more than this for most of these schools. But that's just kind of a brand value estimate. So.
The Athletic was just doing the best on their model, right? On what they think. It's just a guess.
And they might have even talked to like brokers who are used to doing those types of evaluations. They might have spoken to somebody who has an interest in this and gave a basic estimation of what the schools are probably worth as a brand.
Zone to Cardio, what are you saying? Number 10 should be recruiting 10, spending 10?
Yeah, so he's saying like if all things were equal, right? If you're the 10th most valuable evaluation, you should also be spending at the 10th highest level and getting the 10th best class fairly regularly. Now, again, but these are just valuations of market value. So it doesn't really tell you anything like that. That's why the recruiting and stuff doesn't line up with it, right?
It's all separate,
So that's not the NIL budget. So
it's not their NIL. If it was NIL budget, LSU would be number one. Because they blow all they spent like $60 million.
$60 million. So the other night,
insane.
Landon made a video about Matt Campbell and Big Ten Media Days, and he said they're going for character guys, but these character guys that they're going for, they're never going to be like the top available. And he said, just because you want money doesn't make you like selfish or a bad guy, which it doesn't. That's just the day and age we live in. So Landon said, what are they going to do in the future? Are they going to spend more money and go after more talented guys? Like we went after some talented guys this year, but are you going to keep a Jameer Dean? Are you going to keep an Aiden Gibson? Are you going to get an Abram Sesse? Are you going to get, top players? Are you going to get a Keemon Spell, a Khalil Taylor? Like, are you going to get these guys? And that's what Landon was saying. He's like, how are you going to mesh that? That's a concern of his. So what do you guys, George, you can talk about it again too, but Aaron and Brett, what do you think about that? Wait a second. Someone said something? Hold on a second. Sorry, something. We're going to talk about the College Sports Act. He said it's dead. I didn't. Hear that.
It's not. Yeah, I checked on that a while ago. It's stalled right now, and they didn't vote on it this week, so they're delaying voting on it, which is partially because the Big Ten and SEC didn't back it. But it's not dead yet. For it to be dead, it has to be dropped from the system completely, which is not the case. It is still on their their first agenda. So I would assume we will get a vote sometime next week or the week after. So based on where it's at right now.
Yeah.
But will it pass? I don't know, because the SEC and Big Ten aren't backing it, which does hurt.
There was a story that I forgot. So Mike Motti, he was hired on staff. We have guys visiting Penn State. Everything's been posting a lot of that. There was something else that I wanted to talk about that I forgot. Maybe I'll remember. But yeah, what do you guys think about that mesh? Like, how are they going to mesh that? You think they're going to do that in the future? I know they're going to hit the portal. I think they hit the portal 100%. But do you think they? What do you think? Like, what do you think they're going to do? Do they mesh that or what?
Yeah, I mean, I think winning games on the field is going to show a lot. I mean, as much as kids love money, they just don't want to go to a program that's going to be 6-6 every year. Now, I guess they're taking a chance on Nebraska because that's what they typically do, but because they have money now. But at the end of the day, kids want to win. They hate losing. If you're a competitor, wide receivers specifically too, like cornerbacks, elite playmakers in space, like they want to go to a team where they're going to get the ball and they're going to make flashy plays. But at the same time, you have to be a team guy, and that's what Matt Campbell and company is looking for. So if you can find a guy who wants to win, make plays, but do it for the team first, that's a specific type of kid. So yeah, you got to get the Jameer Deans. You got to get some of these guys. They're going to hit the portal, I think, for 2028, and we could just put a ballpark number, wild guess on what the rankings are going to be for recruiting in 2028. We have no idea, right? It's so early. We have a couple commits. That's it so far. I think Matt Campbell, and I don't want to go too crazy with the number, I think we can get a top 12 to top 15 class, which is good enough. That's fine. We're obviously
that's all you need. Yeah.
Exactly. I think that's what we can get for 2028. Now, right now we're sitting at like 21, 22, something like that for 2027 class. For his first class, yeah, we had unlucky situations arise, right? We had some top committed guys and some other top guys who almost committed. I know an almost in football doesn't count, right? But I'm talking verbally committed to Penn State and then just didn't end up committing here. And some of these guys, Penn State's still going to push for them. They're still going to try to get them. So it's a wait and see. It's not over until it's over, until the pen is on the paper, right? Until on the dotted line, they read the contract, all that stuff.
Right.
Exactly. It's going to be a little bit of a slow roll. It is what it is. But can we get a top 5 class with Matt Campbell? When the way NIL is right now, no. It's just because that's not who Penn State is. They're not going to be a Texas or an LSU or an Oregon, a USC. They're not going to just throw money at you because you have to be in our class. Here's $6 million. That's never going to happen. Yeah. And as a Penn State fan base, as diehards, Mark, Aaron, George, myself, we know that. We know deep down Penn State's not going to do that. Other fans and other people who love Penn State, but they push and push and push, and this has to happen. We have to do this. They're never going to understand that. But listen to us now. This is the reality. We're not going to be a top 5 class probably ever. Maybe we will. Maybe we'll get lucky. Whatever. Maybe. But you don't have to be top 5 to win in that. You just don't.
But and you have to remember, what did we have before? We had good classes. Yeah. We had a top 6 class. Mm-hmm. What does it matter? Like now, before back in the day, before NIL and stuff, yes, the top programs, they had like top classes every year. The top national champions, playoff teams, they had top classes every year, but you have money now, and that makes so much parity in college football.
Yep.
Not all these good players are going to top programs. They're going to Nebraska, okay, over Penn State and Georgia, or they're leaving Penn State to go to Georgia. You know, it's like Brett said. It's not gonna I just don't think it's gonna happen at Penn State, and I don't want that to. I don't. Sure, that'd be awesome, but I don't personally require that from Penn State to say we need to get top 5, top 6, 7 classes every year, or I'm not going to be happy. If we had a top 5 class tomorrow, I'd be like, okay,
sure,
let's see how it goes. You know, that's a lot of mouths to feed. You know,
sure. I said the same thing too. It was it's a year-long process. So where our class is now, I'm not too overly concerned about, because number one, the ink is not dried on any papers that I'm aware of for any of these guys who committed anywhere. And on top of that, you have to. I think we're going to get to a point where at the end of the year they're going to start doing a full evaluation where they rank the class based on your portal and your recruiting at the same time. They're going to combine them because they're going to realize that in order to better evaluate the team they're going to have the next year, you kind of have to put those two together because you just don't know otherwise, right? And then, because we have the portal now, it's a free agency, which means talent moves like it does in the NFL. There's a free-ranging movement to it. So that means, guess what? Your traditional coaches who used to win by pulling in elite talent and out-eliting you with depth and things like that, that don't work no more. Like now, you got to have a great scheme. You got to know how to coach the field, right? That's why I kind of said, when people are like, man, you think Joe would be hating this? I was like, I think Joe would love this. This is the world that Joe needed. If Joe could have just paid guys to come here, we'd have won. We won every single year because he was never getting out coached on the field.
Well, and if he would have played freshman earlier in his coaching tenure, he would have just been murdering everyone.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
In college football, that would have been crazy. He didn't do that until 2005.
If you gave Joe Paterno a top 10 class, everybody's dead.
Yeah.
So,
how about it?
Yeah. Man. So it's just, that's what I said. If you can't train the players and develop talent and then bring that into a cohesive football scheme that you put onto the field that has good communication and good teamwork, that's what the NFL teams have to do. And that's what you're going to have to start to do now, because it's getting more like that. You're going to have less parity where you can just beat up the little guy because he's there. I said, I just think that's how it's going to be now. And your traditional old school college coaches that we're used to that kind of are talent collectors, those guys, I don't think that they're going to be around in 10 years. I think they're going to mostly be gone.
See, I feel like this. I remember when, and Joe did it too, redshirt half the state because he could sit on all his talent. And then the scholarship limits came in, and I felt like Joe might have been, I love Joe, don't come for me. I thought Joe was a year or two behind, figuring out, okay, I can't have this huge set of red shirts or this huge roster. So I see this transition as the same thing. It's all crazy right now, but it'll settle back down, and the cream will rise to the top. And we're gonna have to spend some money to be the cream, but we don't need to be, you're right, not gonna be very often the number one class. That's gonna be very, very hard. But also, you're right too. So if I bring in a top 12 class and just recruits, but then I knock it out of the park in the portal, isn't that essentially a top 5 class, or however the numbers work out?
Just imagine.
It's semantics at that point. It's all this guy was ranked 1 point more than this guy in the portal. It's all. Yep.
Just imagine if Franklin, who I called the Henry Ford of college football, he had a button, he hit buttons. Imagine if that guy just recruited and hired guys and just let them do their thing. Imagine if that guy could coach with the talent that he had at Penn State.
Yeah.
Insane. We would have had multiple national championships, but he couldn't coach.
Yep.
Yeah, especially when you have Manny Diaz running defense.
I mean, unbelievable. Unbelievable what he could have done. So what people want now is that recruiting, which I think we will be at that point again.
Mhm.
This class this
Yeah.
year, man, like 27, like holy crap, dude. I thought they did very good.
Yeah.
Even though they lost a couple guys, I still thought they did really good. So if what people want is better recruiting or the same and real coaching. But listen, and I agree with you, Zone to Cardio, and I'm going to get you guys' thoughts on this too. I agree with you. Like, he did say that.
Mm-hmm.
However, he did say that the day after he fired Franklin, and then he didn't hire a guy for 2 months. So, and he wanted a name. I don't think he wanted Matt Campbell. He wanted a name. So, is that still standing? Probably, yeah.
Maybe.
But, like, I know, man. I know he said that, and I agree with you. But I
would say he did attack the portal, though. Weren't we like
he
third or
did.
fourth in the portal?
Elite. We will get elite talents, and we will attack the portal.
Yeah.
I mean, Landon Montgomery, Keyshawn Telfair, Case Alexander, they're elite talents. Landon Bloom. I mean, I think they're elite talents. Now, they're not like Abraham Sesse elite, but they're still pretty good. Like
Elijah Gurton,
Elijah Gurton, Stanley Montgomery, and Keyshawn Telfair could both be fives.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of our fours, a lot of our threes and our fours could move higher into fours or higher fours, maybe fives. But I think we got a pretty good class. Now, we just got to hold on to them right now. But, yeah, what do you guys think about what Zone to Cardio just said?
Yeah, I would say the elite talents, your coach was late coming in, so I'm gonna wait and see on that one. But I would say we did attack the portal again. Weren't we like third or fourth in the portal till it was all said and done?
Yeah,
I would say we attacked the portal.
Yeah, man.
Now, granted, you can argue, well, it's because it was all Iowa State guys. I'm like, well, yeah, but it doesn't change the fact that you have one of the best portal teams out there.
They're good players, though. Yeah, it doesn't. They're not crappy players that just happen to be.
We still paid them all and brought them all.
Yeah.
In, right. So
we have one of the best tight end rooms in the country because we brought in those players, right?
We do.
I would argue we have the best.
1 + 1 still equals 2, and no matter however you draw it up,
I'll say I think Oregon has the best tight end in the country. Is probably playing for Oregon, but there's nobody with 3 guys like we got. Yeah, nobody's 3 deep like us.
I'll say this too. I think just across the board. Again, I'm not on Twitter. Like I don't, I'm not on message boards. I'm not in that stuff. So I don't know what all is being said, but I think across the board, man, like it's been pretty positive, and I think across the board we are very underrated. I think the fans are not giving the class they got credit. The roster that we have, the depth that we have, the staff that we have, like it's unreal that I just feel like people don't see that. I'm like, are you kidding me?
You know what's funny, Mark? Penn State fans are the ones who are the most doom and gloom about it, because if you look out at the Big Ten and you look at the betting odds, they like Penn State. They're going up on us really fast. They have us beating USC now. Like,
yeah, yeah, we're -1.5. Henry Gordon said that in our group. But another thing, too, is someone else said this, too. I think it was in the comments a couple weeks ago. Every program is doing the same. Just about every program is dealing with what we're dealing with. Fans complaining that they're not spending enough money. They're doing this. They're doing that. Every program is going through that from what I've been told. So it's not like just a Penn State thing. But, like, honestly, like it's like you guys went from what we had. This is why I talked about gratitude in the past. You guys, dude, we went from what we had to what we have now, and you're still complaining. Like, you have to look at the bigger picture. Pat Kraft, it took him 2 months to hire a coach, and we're lucky we got him. And now we have him. We got a good class. We got a good roster, good staff, and people are still complaining. It's like,
Yeah, I mean,
Instant gratification. They want instant
I
gratification,
guess.
There's some of
Yeah.
which you can't get when it's 0-0 is our record right now. We haven't played a game yet. And to put it zone to cardio, he said real simple. You don't bring Campbell here to PSU so he can do a version of Iowa State East. Now, part of that to put into play is it's not necessarily where the players came from. It's building the culture with those players who know Matt Campbell, who Matt Campbell knows, who embrace the culture they have, instill it into the Penn State guys who stayed and the other transfer portal guys that came in, and then the high school recruits that came in. To instill the culture, it's going to be a slow roll. It doesn't mean we can't win 10 games this year. So, yeah, it's a good point.
I mean, keep in mind.
I don't think that's what they're doing. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not. I don't think he's doing that though.
Well,
no. I don't think he's saying that in a bad way either. I think he's just saying we're not doing.
I agree with Cardio there that yes, you expect him to have something new when he comes to Penn State because he's got a new situation in a very, very different monetary situation. And so I agree 100% there. What I would also though say is to zone 2 is that Iowa State team that they took pretty much the 19 best guys off of, won 11 games and squared up with Miami just fine 2 years ago. Okay. So these are not some little backyard directional school dudes who don't know how to play Big Ten football. These people are used to knocking each other around. They ain't scared of the Big Ten. They ain't scared of Ohio State. They play games like this. Okay. And you took the 19 best of them from that team. Keep in mind, the guys who were backfilling their positions, they were 2 stars at Iowa State because that's how it is, right? Now you take those 19 guys, put them on a Penn State roster that doesn't really have guys like that, right? It's all 3- and 4-star guys or higher. And you mix, that's now your backfill. So I feel pretty good about it. I don't know about you, Cardio, but I feel pretty good about that.
Yeah.
Just remind everybody that I remember sitting there, Crumble Cookie, coach went away. He wasn't a great fit, but that was our coach, and that went away. And we had a recruiting class of exactly 2 people. We were going to struggle to fight. No, I'm sitting there thinking, where are the players coming from? What's our roster look like? From that day to today, we are so far ahead. And Mark's right. We should be very grateful for how that all worked out.
Yeah.
Now, I also agree.
I was fortunate.
Yeah. But I also agree maybe next year, maybe this year in the portal, we spend more money. We don't know what the plan is.
I don't know.
Yeah. We don't know.
And Iowa State might have been in the Big 12, but we all know they are not a Big 12 team. They played like a Big 10 team. The personnel, how they operated, the good coaching on the field, the discipline, they played like a Big 10 physical football team.
It's what we should have had all along at Penn State is what they did. But I know what you're saying, Zona Carter. You're saying they didn't bring Matt Campbell here to just be Iowa State.
Exactly. Yeah.
And absolutely. And I don't think that's what they're doing. But again, we really, patience, gratitude, seriously, we have to we have to give them time, man. My goodness. It's like when you elect a new president, if you like him, then it's okay, give him time. He's not going to change everything overnight. It takes time. There was someone in there before him. There was someone in there before him. There was someone in there before him. And there's all kinds of moving parts. You have to, but no, they didn't bring him here to be Iowa State East. And that is definitely not what Matt Campbell, I think, is doing. He just, he didn't just get here, but he did just get here,
and I agree. Give it a couple of years and then reevaluate it then. And if you want to, we'll see. I'm not ruling it out. It's possible that, because I know that was a concern people. I was like, oh, he's used to playing up and having to punch up, and he's going to keep trying to do that when he doesn't have to do that. And that's, that's fair. We'll see what happens though, because keep in mind, Campbell's never had a job at this level before. Right.
Yeah.
So I think don't be too quick to react to anything. Just give it a year or 2, see what happens. And then from there, we can kind of go, or we can be like, oh, see, look, he was just waiting to blow up. Just give him some time. Just give him a couple of years and he blew it up.
And you have to sorry, Aaron, go ahead.
Oh, no, you're good. But the last thing I was just going to say is generally when I hear other coaches go, they got him, that's a good sign to me.
Ohio
I heard
State.
other coaches going,
Ohio State, you know, they know. Like Kirk Herbstreit said, yeah, I wish Franklin wasn't fired. Like, yeah, I know you don't, because you guys won every single year. You know, people are feeling it. People know we got a real coach, and we have Terry Smith. People also forget that we have Terry Smith.
Yeah, we still have Terry. Yeah.
That's the
Batman
closest
and
thing
Robin.
to Joe Paterno we've had in 15 years. He is also a coach. Like,
And listen, the two best hires for longevity in this offseason, Matt Campbell and Bob Chesney. Mark my words. Those are the two.
Chesney.
Those are the two. Bob Chesney, they're coming. Yeah.
Bob Chesney is going to make UCLA, like,
they're going to get
insane.
better.
And I hope he stays there, too. Like, I hope he doesn't just use it as a stepping stone.
They'll beat USC. They'll beat USC on the daily.
Did you see what they're doing, though? Like, they're
going to be a real threat.
They're putting their money behind him since he got there. That was big. Like, the fact that he's hitting it in recruiting tells you they are backing him for real. So,
he was on our list. He was.
Who's the other one, Brett? You said Bob Chesney. Who else?
Bob Chesney and Matt Campbell for longevity. Like, they were great hires this past cycle. Like, Whittingham was a great hire for 2 years, maybe. Like, he's not going to be there
short
forever.
term.
John Summerall is another one. So those three are probably the top 3 hires of the cycle for longevity. Now, obviously, the obvious answer that most people are going to say is Lane Kiffin. We'll see. We'll see. Probably, but
the only thing is, and I wonder about this. I have wondered for a while now if what's causing Florida's problem has nothing to do with the coaches.
Possible.
I'm starting to wonder because I feel like something's crushing their coaches that go in there.
John Summerall, I have a good feeling about him. Though we'll see. I have a good feeling.
I mean, he's a hard dude.
We'll see.
Yeah, so if it's a board member or if it's board members who are causing him issues, I have a feeling he may throw them out a window.
Yeah, him and Bob Chesney are similar, so it depends. I mean, those are good coaches.
Brett, I think Eric Morris is also a top quality hire.
Oh, it's a very good hire. Yeah,
but
Oklahoma State,
that's crazy.
How much money are they going to put into it? We'll see. Yeah,
he brought his quarterback too. You know, but
he's very good. Yep, he's good.
Penn State sign any of the
class
of 2022 players.
What are you saying?
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means. You want them to go back in the past and sign people? I really don't know. I'm genuinely asking.
Will Penn State sign any of the class? I'm not sure what you're asking.
Yeah, we'll go back to if he says something else to sign.
Yes, 27.
Yeah, see that you make a good point, Zone to Cardio. You said like we have a lot. Like you go through like Athlon Sports, for example. You go through. We have a lot of seniors this year. So and like I think like Rojas is a junior, for example.
No, he's a senior, actually. Yeah.
The court ruling from 1 hour ago. What are you talking about?
Did they actually do that?
I've been on here for an hour, so I don't know.
Yeah,
I think we have
16 year deal. He's talking about the 5th year thing.
I think we have 16 seniors, by the way. 16, a lot. Maybe 20.
I mean, who would they sign? They're all in the NFL.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean,
I don't know what he said.
I'll put it this way: most of them, if they're still around, they probably wouldn't command a whole lot right now. So, no.
Okay. We don't have anybody from 2022.
I don't think we have anyone left from there. Yeah.
Rojas is from 20.
Oh, Rojas is a junior because he got injured the whole year. So either way, and you get 5 years now, right? So when
even Rojas was 23.
Yeah, Rojas was 23, I think.
Yeah, he's got another. But is he going to stay now? We'll see how good he does this year. He might leave.
Is Derek Williams in shape? They could sign him.
Can we get Derek Williams back?
Yeah.
Mike Motti.
Iowa State.
Ahead, dude.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about Mike Motti joining the staff of director of player personnel. Is insane. That's awesome.
Yeah,
by the way, go watch Landon's interview with Nate Stupar. Nate Stupar is
that's good.
He's the man, dude. he was at my high school when I was a senior for a little bit, and he's a good dude. Like,
Yeah.
Penn State guy through and through.
Yeah, he is.
He comes from a good family.
Yep.
You know, like
Football family.
Football family. His dad's a very nice guy. Like, yeah, just a good family. Iowa State would probably take them. His dad goes to my gym. Iowa State would probably take them. Yeah.
We're talking about the 2022 guys.
Almost Castellanos in the portal now. You don't need them, but those guys are
Yeah.
bad. Okay.
Yeah, some guys. It's true. Technically,
Wow.
they regained some eligibility because of that. So
Holy
there are
crap,
some
dude.
guys who technically are in the portal because of that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But it's
I was
BT
laughing
only,
fanatic.
at somebody was saying, like, does Brendan Sorsby get to come back now?
August 3rd to the 10th. 1 week to find a place to
BT
go is
fanatic.
crazy.
Thanks for telling us that. That's crazy, man.
Yeah,
So
we were
Phil Steele's gonna be mad, very mad. I got Phil Steele's magazine, and Landon interviewed him. Him and Chris Buchanani interviewed him, and he said it was nice because there was no spring portal window, so his magazine was up to date. Now he's probably
He's gonna be
steaming
furious,
right now.
dude.
But Barnes & Noble, that's where I got all my magazines. Go get them. I need to order Pick 6 and Blue White Illustrated. I need to order both of those. Blue White Illustrated, like, I mean, I pay for On 3. Like, I feel like you should just get it just because you pay for On 3. But anyway.
Yeah, I saw
I'll
that.
pull
I
it
saw
up.
that VA Tech fanatic. August 3rd to August 10th. That's crazy.
Yeah, thanks for telling us that.
Yeah, thanks.
Appreciate it.
It was. Yeah.
I mean, when you asked
Yeah,
us about
I
2022,
just sent
we
it,
didn't
yeah.
know what you were talking about. Like,
Mhm.
you're like,
Yeah, I
what are you
just
talking
found it. I just found it. My
There's-
voice is cooked. It's cooked, man.
preliminary injunction, so that means tomorrow some other judge overturns it again.
Wow. That could happen
Mhm.
too. Yeah.
Whoopsies. Psych.
Mhm.
Yep.
So he's
Whoops,
going to
there
Texas
you go.
Is he going to Texas Tech?
Probably. It's a Texas Tech situation right there.
Yeah.
We'll give you 40 million. Come in here for a year.
Man, here's a good question though. These guys would be so
Wow.
late to your program,
Hey,
right?
BT Fanatic, drop the link to us if you can. Like, drop it in the comments. I'll pull it up.
But these guys, question, like, these guys would be so late coming into your program at this point.
That's
Like,
insane.
I mean, I don't know how you feel about pulling them in. It's the beginning of
Yeah.
August. Like
They missed all the
we got, like, 4 weeks
training
away.
and missed everything. Yeah, it's
Like,
I mean, you're getting there. Camp already started.
yeah. Like, so, yes, like your summer camp is already going.
Because who started camp?
it's-
Florida. No, the NFL started camp. By
Yeah,
the way,
yeah,
did you see that one fan like snuck into the Ravens camp? He's doing
Yeah.
drills?
he was doing drills. That's the funniest thing.
Like
Ever.
the coach. The
That's
coach
crazy.
has this guy, this average-looking dude, next
Hmm.
to these monsters. He's like, what? He's like,
Who the
it's
heck
like,
are you?
dude, this guy looks like a kicker. Like, what do you like? How
See,
don't you know
that's-
who this is?
Dude, that's scary that happens. The thing about it is any crazy person could just go try to do that and shoot up the place. Like, that's crazy, man. Like,
You know what's crazy too? Not to get off on a tangent here, but like, who is like an insanely valuable player right now?
NFL? Patrick
Yeah, like
Mahomes?
Josh Allen, right?
Josh Allen, yeah.
What if this guy walked in and just goes up and hits him in the knee with
Yeah.
a baseball bat or something?
that's what I mean. Yeah.
You can do that, dude. That guy
Worse
was
than
gonna
that, they
drill.
could kill them. Yeah. It's
I
Mhm.
mean,
man.
that's crazy. Like your whole franchise.
how does that happen?
got-
Like, that's what I
You
mean.
got- like that guy was on the field next to Lamar Jackson. Your whole franchise.
Yep.
Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Zay Flowers.
And-
like,
And you're in Baltimore. You're in Baltimore, dude.
yeah, man,
Not a good area, by the way. Just in case you haven't.
not at all. Even by the stadium, it's not good.
No,
But
it
yeah,
I mean,
BT
it's
Fanatic
not.
dropped that. But
Mm.
sorry, what were you guys talking about?
just
The
talking about
NCAA is already appealing
bringing
it.
people in that late. Yeah. Like,
I,
All right, Pete Nakos and On 3 dropping. Okay, so I'll just pull
yeah, it
it
should be
up.
on 3 then, I would go.
I'm reading it on ESPN, and the NCAA is already appealing it. So it's
Here
preparation.
we go.
Once it gets overturned again, and all holy heck breaks loose.
Yeah.
is James Franklin going to get Sean Clifford back, or
Hey,
You
want
what's
Sean
up,
Clifford?
Wait,
That's
did
the
you see that
question.
Did you see Liam Clifford got picked up by the Colts?
by the
Did
Colts?
see that,
Yeah.
Let's
I know Mark was
let's
thrilled.
He's like, oh,
Anyway,
good for him.
I know Mark was thrilled when
Yeah,
he saw that the
he
Colts
picked up
took
another
William
goal.
Clifford.
yeah.
Sorry guys, my
I
voice.
was like, man, how desperate are the Colts? It's like,
He's gonna be the next. He's gonna be the next Tyler Warren.
He was good in high school, man, but I guess that was high school. So
Yeah, that's
William
a good point.
Clifford.
Yeah, I don't.
no.
George, have you found the article that he's talking about?
well, I'm looking at it on ESPN.
Diego Pavia. I didn't think about that.
So
Yeah.
I'm looking
Yeah,
at
he
it
can
on
come
ESPN
back.
right now.
But
Maybe
they
they'll get
they
it
have
height right on ESPN and the depth chart. They'll
they
put him
already
at 5'9".
Vanderbilt has moved on. They have a freshman quarterback. They're
No, but
moving.
he could go
they're fully
somewhere
moving
else,
on.
and that would be a big shakeup.
Yeah.
So Pavia is probably going to come back now. Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
but he signed in the NFL. So can you still come back though?
No, if it says undrafted, that's what I'm trying to read through this.
But he was drafted, wasn't he?
Yeah.
No, was he undrafted? He was undrafted, right? No, did he go? I don't remember if he went late or not. I think he was undrafted, right?
Okay, it says
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Okay.
ruled
But he
that
signed
all
with the
high
Ravens,
school, high school class 2022 athletes who exhausted their fourth year college eligibility this spring are eligible for a fifth season. Then it talks about undrafted. So reading it quick, it sounds like they had not to be drafted in the NFL.
Which he wasn't. I think probably a lot.
I don't know, but that could get crazy.
That's funny, guys. By the way, D-Gen, didn't you guys beat? Wasn't it you guys who beat Vanderbilt in the bowl game with Pavia? Well, they had Pavia. Who was it that beat them? Was it Illinois? No, Illinois beat Tennessee, right? I can't remember. Somebody beat. It was a Big Ten team that took out Vanderbilt in the bowl game. Even though Pavia. Yeah, it was Iowa. I was going to say I thought Iowa was the one who beat them.
So, yeah. Also, by the way, Ben, your name's hard to pronounce. By the way, I loved your hatred for Nebraska earlier. You said they could lose the next 100 years. I know because you guys are a rivalry. So
that was a proper.
Pavia, that video, that viral one of him looking small. You know who was snapping to him?
Who?
And that, you know what I'm talking about?
That
video
that one where he's like reaching for the.
It was Nick Dawkins, dude.
Nick Dawkins, yeah.
Oh, I didn't notice that. No.
Yeah, Nick Dawkins made him look like a child, bro.
You come here, he picks him up.
When he went to take the snap, his face mask was like on Nick Dawkins' like butt, like he was like.
You know, when Penn State and other teams would do like the miniature people, like bobblehead people on like the field, like that's a real picture. It's not fake.
Yeah.
They don't have to do one for him. That's just real.
He looks so small. So does Bryce Young. He looks so small.
Bryce Young is, he's not.
Bryce Young is small.
He's like my height.
Looks
or
like a
something.
child
He's
next
like
to those
5'10",
guys.
5'11".
Well, Kyler Murray might be smaller than everybody. I mean, he's
he's
tiny.
such a freak athlete, though, dude.
Oh, he is. Yeah, he's same height as Pavia, I think, 5'9".
I don't know.
Franklin might.
I don't know.
Franklin might. Who could Franklin bring back? I don't know.
What?
John
yeah,
Cushing.
I mean, not because I think the guys that like we would be looking for are probably in the NFL at this point. Because it would be, if it was Matt Campbell, he'd be looking at his wide receivers, but those guys are playing for the Texans, so that's not happening.
Yep.
And I'm sure they have guys that they would like, but
I don't know who Franklin would get. His quarterback room already doesn't make sense.
Liam Clifford.
Pavia being added wouldn't make sense.
Tyler Warren would be great. Tyler Warren was 22, right? Was he 22?
Yeah.
No, I think he was before that.
Was he 21?
He was a fifth-year senior when he finished with us.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Now Penn State won't. Texas Tech, absolutely, they can go get Castellanos, right? Is that who it was? Castellanos?
Yeah, which I don't know. I didn't think.
Well, they need a quarterback more than anybody after what happened. I mean,
Virginia Tech fanatic, if you have that link email it to me, markleskopodcast@gmail.com, or send it to me on Instagram, Mark Lesko Podcast. Can you send that to me, and then I'll pull it up?
Nobody needs an edge rusher more than Tennessee does after what happened with Chaz Coleman. So I mean, they need somebody
Yeah, but
to play edge.
who's out there? Like, who's out there?
Yeah, I don't know, but Tennessee needs to find somebody who can come back and play edge.
If this holds up, there's guys on planes right now.
I mean, that's probably happening. Yeah, if it holds up.
Like, there's
They're
guys
booking
on
flights.
planes right now going to places.
It's in your inbox, Mark.
Who did Tennessee had who was really good? Pierce. So they trying to get Pierce back and pay him $6 million.
Oh, maybe. No, Pierce has been playing.
He's been playing for like 2 years, right?
Also, he got in trouble with the Falcons. I think he's still going to play though. But.
James Pierce, right?
Yeah, James Pierce Jr.
James Pierce from Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Like, can we get him back? We'll have Coleman. No.
Yeah. Well, he almost got suspended in the NFL, but I think they're letting him play without a suspension.
George, does this have guys on there that could be moving? Tennessee court granted Jalen Washington, who recently played at Vanderbilt. Okay, that's basketball.
Yeah.
I don't see any football players listed.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't officially have them on the boards yet that I've seen, but let's see.
Yeah, I'm just looking for what VT Fanatics talking about because I'm going to see a list of who can come because I don't know. You know?
Right. Let's see if there's anything. Oh, no, they do. They do have them. They are starting to list them, I think.
Where at?
Seen that?
Here, I'm dropping it in our private chat here. Right here. I am seeing guys who are not committed to any team starting to pop up. I don't know if they're counting them as 2026s. They are, I think. Yeah, they are. So there's some guys who are starting to pop up who are not listed before. But I'd have to look and see if these are actually like 2022 guys coming back because I don't recognize the names necessarily. Some of them yeah.
Bunch of 3-star guys, really. Is Castellanos on there?
I don't see him.
So is that the list or no?
I'm not sure if they've updated this or not. Yeah. I'm seeing some. Huh. That's strange. I wish they'd let me search the list itself.
But anyway,
yeah, they do have. I mean, well, they don't have Thomas Castellanos showing in transfer though, in the actual board. So I don't think they have updated it yet.
okay.
They have his file still, but they're not showing him as available.
I can't imagine there'll be many football players.
I wouldn't think so.
No.
Basketball, this will probably have a huge impact on.
Yeah,
All right,
because
guys,
basketball is a lot of older guys winning these
Yeah.
tournament. You like winning the Natty now. It's a bunch of older
Yeah.
guys that have been playing together for a while. It's not Kentucky with 5 17-year-olds.
Yeah, I agree with you, Zone 2 Cardio. I agree. I would like – it's time for football. Enough with the courts and their silliness.
Yeah. On a side note about basketball, though, that was kind of crappy to hear Pat Kraft. Like, I'm not an ATM machine. And I get it. Like, it's a bad investment. But you're basically just saying Penn State basketball is going to continue to suck. Like, I didn't like that at all from Pat Kraft. I'm just going to be honest. He said, I'm not an ATM machine. It's a bad investment to put $20 million. Like, yeah, you don't have to put $20 million in there, but you got to give them more than what they have because if you don't, it'd be rough.
As someone who is like not a basketball guy, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Brett has his own show with Tyler Smith on here. That's why he does it, because he likes basketball. I think basketball was the one that lost the most money last year of that list that I sent.
I didn't see our numbers for last year.
Me personally, I thought I was like, yeah, that's not good to say, but I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with them. Like, of course, it's not. It's a terrible investment, man. Like,
Well, yeah, and
you know what I mean? Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
but it's still
but
basketball. I mean, I
there's
would
gotta
rather them
be-
invest in the women's. The women's. If you're going to invest in a basketball team, it's the women's team because
Might
they
be
have
right now.
great coaching, and they're exciting, man. Like, you can fill up the BJC for women's basketball, in my opinion. I think they can because I like watching the women's team for Penn State. I'd much rather, no offense to the men's team, I'd much rather watch them because Kelly Mazzani's back, Coach Blue, Coach Wright, like they're all back. You know what I mean? Right. Coach Wright and Coach Kelly are back. Coach Blue is new, but and then you got Calvin Booth. He's helping with the men's team. But right here, this is it right here. I got it.
Yeah, and also like we kind of decided, I think, a while ago that we were going to be hard on for football, hockey, and wrestling. And that's who we seem to want.
Yeah, so this is the list right here.
But and that is a problem. Like a lot of Big Ten schools have that issue because we all like Big Ten schools have always traditionally been a little different from SEC schools, and that we weren't just religiously football, right? Like we would push for women's volleyball, and we would push for like we were always trying to be good at everything, right? And so we were always spending more money than the SEC schools for stuff anyway, because we were always supporting more programs than they were. But
so women's basketball lost the most. Men's basketball profit. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, it was second best. Yeah, and that's usually the case for most schools.
But this is the thing, though. Like, this is my rebuttal or argument on this is, though, let's say Rhodes comes out, has another bad year, you fire him. Okay, what are you gonna do now? Just delete the program, right? You fire him because he didn't do well, but you didn't give him money. So there's got to be a happy median. There's got to be a happy median.
Money. Yeah, they definitely need money. Yeah,
they need some money. Yeah, don't give them 20 million, but give them a little bit more than they're getting, so they can get a little bit better and try to build it up a little bit. So it's just disrespectful. Let's just say it's just the way he answered it. I didn't like it. So he needs to figure it out.
Like, what's the investment? What are they going to do? They're still going to suck. Like, no offense.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I will say too, though, that like, and what like with Brett, what Brett's saying is like, an investment is something you do to make money later, not to make money now, right? So if you're not going to give them money, it's never going to be successful. Well, it'll continue to not be successful if you never put anything into it.
Dude.
And then what's the point? Delete the program. Yeah, that's what I mean.
I don't think they're ever going to be good. You know what I mean? Like Shrewsbury and Coach Dunn. Those are the two guys. Ed DeChellis. I'm saying Shrewsbury and Coach Dunn. Those were the two guys that really built excitement for men's basketball at Penn State that I can remember. Shrewsbury was really good. Then he went to Notre Dame. It's like
that was before NIL too. So it's hard to put Mike Rhodes on the chopping block when it's not his fault. That's I'm standing up for him, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Like Matt, like I fully stand up for Mike Rhodes too. Like, but he does need money, you know that. But clearly Pat Kraft is not on board to give him more money. So
it's a tough. It's a tough road because like you're coming from we're the third best basketball school in Pennsylvania right now. Well, actually, we might be fourth best.
Pat Kraft, easily Villanova.
Pitt, Villanova,
even
what is it?
Even Temple's probably better than us in basketball.
Temple would be better too. So,
but the thing is, Pat Kraft, his goal is to win 4 national titles in 1 year from 4 different sports. Basketball, that's never going to happen. So, volleyball, football, soccer of some sort, field hockey. Like, it can happen, you know, at Penn State. It can happen.
Yeah, ice hockey is actually going pretty well.
Ice hockey.
I would be.
It is. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if we start making money on ice
wrestling.
Hockey.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, they can do that, man. He can win 4 national titles in 1 year. So what's he going to invest in? He's going to invest in the teams that are winning. That's what he's going to do. It can be women's soccer, man. He's going to invest money in women's soccer. Like men's basketball. What have they done?
Yeah. Well, I think if you wanted to buff men's basketball. I think like what you need to do, number one, I think he's banking on if you start having success, you'll make more money and it'll make that an easier thing to do, which is probably true. And then secondly, if you start winning and you make good on these promises you have, some of those billionaires might open their pocketbooks for you, in which case you might get some basketball money.
Keep chopping. That's me. Someone in the backwoods, I'll go watch a women's game, but I won't go watch a men's game.
Yeah,
I
well,
am that guy in the
the women's
backwoods,
team
so,
plays
yeah.
really good basketball right now, honestly. But
I just want to see Coach Kelly and Coach Wright.
Mhm.
That's what I want to do. That's why I'm going. I might get season tickets for women's basketball. Go ahead, Aaron. Sorry.
No, I was just saying, like, yeah, it's one of those things that if you can make good on success at various targets that you have, it may open the pocketbooks of some people, and and in doing so, it may give you some money to start saying, all right, these programs are in good shape. Let's start looking at these other ones now and start putting some money into basketball and things. I hope that that's kind of what'll come of it. When we start, if we keep football, if we trend football in the right direction and we trend hockey, we continue to trend hockey in the right direction. We start making money on those, maybe then we can start putting some money into men's basketball too.
What his answer should have been was, I can't put 20 million into a roster, but we will find a way to make them better. We will find a way. Like, that's the answer you need to say.
Yeah.
Because without that second part, you're saying we're not doing anything to help them, and that makes no sense.
It was a bad look.
That's what that means. So you have to say more. Maybe that's what you mean, but you didn't say it. I don't know.
Brett,
I would have said we have a plan about how we're going to tackle this, and it may not be today, but it's coming. Just wait.
I think what he said is what he said, and that's what he means.
Yeah, I'm sure that is. Yeah.
So Brett should say, Brett is his mindset is like Brett. What he said is how he feels. So yeah, that's not good, but he said it, and that he means it. Like, he doesn't care about basketball.
Yeah,
that's what he said, and that's what he means.
Yeah, if somebody asked Mike Rhodes, how's the NIL? He said, we're at the bottom. That's what he said. We're at the full bottom.
Yeah.
So
but we'll see.
But that's the thing, man. Like, Calvin Booth's involved. I mean, you need the guy, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Tyler Smith, Titus Ivory, Joe Crispin. I don't know. I'm going to have to ask Tyler, but like, those guys, I know they want to be successful, but what are those guys doing? What's Tyler doing? What's Clyde Edwards-Helaire doing? What's Titus Ivory doing? What's Joe Crispin doing? Joe Crispin left. So those are the guys. They were on the best team in basketball history of Penn State. Those guys need to do something, I guess. Tyler told us personally we need more money. Tyler told us that. That's true.
Well, at the end of the day, he's the athletic director. Like, it's his job to put all the pieces in place. So he needs to do better.
It is. But what's the alums doing? Penn State football has a line of alums right now waiting to help. Letterman. What's basketball? What's Tyler Smith doing? What's Titus Ivory doing? Calvin Booth is back. Joe Crispin came back and he left. Like, what are those guys doing?
Taylor Battle's there again. Yeah,
Taylor Battle. I mean, look at what the women's team's doing. Put your money where your mouth is. Coach Wright came back to coach. Kelly Mazzani came back to coach. Maggie Lucas could come back to coach. They're invested in Penn State. They came back. So what's the men doing? Like, what are they doing?
Some of them came back,
exactly. So they clearly are invested. Two of the best players Penn State women have ever had are coaching at Penn State.
That's true.
Right?
Yep. Yeah.
So get that whole 2001 team, get them all together and come back and help. If you really wanted to succeed, because the AD is saying, show me something. So they need to show him something. That's my take on it. Show him something. What? It's not a good investment, man. It's not. Exactly. There's no donors for basketball. So that's what it comes down to. Like, what are these alums, these lettermen, what are these guys doing? That's what it comes down to, man. And like a Tyler Smith, for example, he loves basketball, loves Penn State basketball, loves basketball. That is his thing. He loves basketball. Does he want Brett? You're going to have him on again soon and have this conversation.
No, yeah, I got text him there
because how's he feel? Does he actually want to support the basketball program as a coach monetarily? Like, what does he want to do? That Tyler Smith is a face of Penn State basketball. He's a great guy. He was a great player for Penn State. He is a face of Penn State basketball. What's his opinion? You know, we'll ask.
Here's the last point I'll make before because we went off the road, guys. But this is what I'll ask Tyler and how he feels about it. Because at the end of the day, you're giving the football program top of the line ribeye steaks, right? You were giving the basketball team Lunchables. That's what you're giving them. Lunchables and ramen noodles. Give them the sirloin. Sirloins are good. They're fine. Give them a fucking sirloin, okay? That's all I'll say.
Well,
easiest way to put it.
Brett, are you going to serve a sirloin in McDonald's though?
I mean, I've had work.
Brett, the restaurant has to be worthy of the sirloin though.
The restaurant is as good as its owners and who runs it. Who's running the restaurant? Who's at the top of the food chain? The top of the food chain for the restaurant is Pat Kraft.
Yeah, he's got a point.
But Zone of Cardio, you make a good point.
Don't knock ramen.
Don't knock ramen. I'm just saying, ribeye steak. This is what's happening. You guys know.
Yeah, I ate ramen for my first 5 years in the Army. That was just ramen and peanut butter and jelly, man.
Give them a sirloin; they're fine.
So Zone to Cardio, you're right. Like, so it all starts with football. Okay, like I'm pretty sure it's still a thing. Whatever the football team does for strength and conditioning, every program does that. Okay, like if it trickles down, like when Joe was there, JT's workout, everyone did it at Penn State Athletics. So this is where it started. Franklin was fired. Okay, clean slate across the board. It starts with football. Now that we have a real coach, real staff, we have to show results because Penn State is struggling to get on the map too as well. You're right. So once football starts having real success and not being a doormat in the Big Ten East, it's not a thing anymore. But once they stop being that third team in the Big Ten alone, just the Big Ten, and they start becoming more nationally prominent because we weren't, then that helps other sports. Right now, it's not a good investment. But I mean, Brett, I don't think basketball deserves to have the sirloin. Like, what have they done to deserve the sirloin?
What are they? You want them to scratch and claw with the ramen and eat the ramen before a game or eat the ribeye before the game? It's going to go back to the ramen.
You can get nice ramen, you know that, right? Like the Japanese, it's real ramen when you get that.
Dude,
but you need protein to survive. You need protein. They can't just do carbs and go out there and run around. They need protein too. You know that as well as anybody, Mark. They need protein. Give them a sirloin. Give him a barbecue chicken breast.
Give him something. Grilled chicken breast.
Penn State football.
I just don't understand how you're not understanding what I'm saying. Like, I have a very solid point here. I do. Well, me and Tyler will talk about it. We'll move on to football. Let's do these top 10 receivers because I can't talk anymore, dude. My throat and voice are cooked right now.
I just don't think Penn State basketball. Like what? I get your point, but why do they deserve that? Like just because they're Penn State or?
Yeah, I mean it's Penn State. The Bryce Jordan Center needs to get filled up. You'll make money off it. It will come back if you're good. You can't be good without money. I mean, you need some money.
They're the only other sport that makes money right now. I mean, that's kind of the point. So
you got to do something to help them. That's all I'm saying. They don't have to give them ribeyes. Just give them a barbecue chicken breast, whatever.
At the end of the day, it comes down to money, man. It comes down to money. That's what it comes down to.
I think too, Brett, I think some of it is probably because they got burned in the past. Like when they threw money a few years back and it just didn't pan out. So I think they're a little scarred by that. Hopefully that will change with some time.
Well,
here.
Shrewsbury screwed him. He went to Notre Dame, and they're not
that
good over
that
there. So
certainly probably
that's what happened.
people too, right?
That's what happened.
Yeah, that absolutely sets him back big time. Yeah,
it did.
It's true.
But again, like, why, if you're Shrewsbury, why are you staying at Penn State? I mean, you should, but why?
He just took him to the tourney. He took him there.
He should, he
He
should.
should have stayed. He didn't do anything with Notre Dame so far. That's the problem. Nothing. And he's on the sidelines losing his mind. I've seen some clips, man.
Yeah.
He's not having fun over there.
He was like throwing punches at people or something, wasn't he?
Yeah, dude.
He's
He was
losing it a little bit over there.
He's lost his mind over there, and
But
well,
yeah,
you did it to yourself, bud. So I don't know.
I got my basketball NIL right here.
There you go. Give him some Chabanis, dude. See, that would be nice. Do a deal with Sam's Club and.
Well,
Yeah,
right,
I agree. Like, at the end of the day, I agree, Brett. Like, they need to get money, yes, but
something. Yeah,
he's saying, like, why would I give you money? It's like, well, they're Division I basketball program for one thing.
Yeah,
So
there's a lot of reasons. Yeah,
yeah, like, for one thing, they're the second biggest sport at Penn State. Wrestling can win the next 50 national championships. They're not men's basketball. Men's basketball is men's basketball.
It's just the popularity of the sport there, right? So
yeah, basketball's a big sport, man. It's supposed to be, anyways.
Yeah.
It's not here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. I know what you're saying. Like, yes,
I mean,
money. And
something.
Pat Kraft's saying, like, well, you haven't done anything. It's like, well, okay, man, but like,
by the way, it's your job. Yeah.
Have they ever had any money to build a program? No. So maybe change that. You know what I mean? Like,
That's all I'm saying, man. They don't need 20 million. Just give them 5. Give them
I think
10,
too.
I
think they made a conscious decision at some point to prioritize hockey as the second sport. It seems.
That's what it looks like. Yeah.
To be fair, it's not the worst idea because hockey's popularity has been steadily growing over the years. So there may come a point where that pays off, but right now, I still think you gotta try and help the basketball team some, man, because it's still one of the only other program that's in the green, right? Like,
well, find a billionaire for hockey or for basketball, like we did for hockey. Problem solved.
Yeah. Hockey's packed every game. They're packed.
Find a billionaire.
Calvin Booth won a NBA title with the Denver Nuggets, right? And now
he did.
State, okay. He put his money where his mouth is. He's walking the walk right now.
Yeah, I would love to.
If you want Penn State basketball to be successful, then people need to back them up.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a football donor. It doesn't matter. Like, Penn State basketball being good at Penn State is way better for Penn State than them not being good.
Yeah.
And women's basketball, they could be national champions every year. They're not men's basketball. That's the second sport at Penn State. It always will be.
Yeah.
But, they don't have the backing. And clearly the AD isn't going to back them. So, like, that should open some eyeballs here. Like,
do you think Indiana fans were talking about football like this, though, 10 years ago? So I guess
I'm sure they were.
So things can get turned around. And, they found a big donor who was willing to spend money, and they turned it around.
Well,
I don't know, like Kraft
they got a good coach, George, and Shrewsbury could have been that guy.
Yeah, well, there's that too, but also what George was saying, like, they got real lucky that Mark Cuban lost his basketball team. They took Mark Cuban's basketball team from him, and then he had all the time in the world for Indiana.
I'm not minimizing the coach. I'm not minimizing what he did there, but that all takes money.
Yeah,
to make happen.
Yep.
Yeah,
absolutely.
George,
top 10 receivers. I can't talk anymore. Do you guys want to do that?
Yeah. George, you have anything to say about basketball or no?
I don't even watch basketball.
Okay, good. Me. Okay. All right. Top 10 receivers. Brett, go first before you die, and then we'll get into ours.
Yeah, I was literally fine earlier, and now I can't talk, so I don't know what's going on. Long day. So I think mine's pretty good. I mean, when it comes to the older guys, obviously, I've heard stories. I've watched some highlights, but I didn't grow up around him. So take it with a grain of salt. But I think this is a pretty solid list. I actually have a top 12. I put 2 guys outside the top 10, kind of how I like to do with the playoffs. Like the 2 first teams out, that is the first 2 guys out. So I got Bobby Ingram, number 1. OJ McDuffie, number 2. And these are like my favorites on like what I like, and they're all good. So subjective. Number 3, I got Chris Godwin. Chris Godwin, I think it deserves a top 5. Now this was hard because Allen Robinson was either going to be 3 or 4. You could vice versa either way. So I got Allen Robinson number 4, Deion Butler number 5, Jahan Dotson number 6. I'm probably going to put Jahan Dotson in top 5, but I think he's okay at 6. I think it's fine. Kenny Jackson number 7. This is where it gets hard. Deshaun Hamilton, I have number 8. He was a good receiver. Good stats, a lot of catches.
Yep.
He was good.
He was very
very good. Joe Jurevicius at number 9. Brian Johnson at number 10. I had Derek Williams at 11, right outside the top 10. And I had Derek Moy at 12, because you guys heard me talk about Moy. I like Moy. So,
all right.
Yeah.
D. Wills not being in the top 10 above Deion Butler is unbelievable. I'm starting with that.
I look at Derek Williams more. He's a return specialist.
Yeah.
Heck of an athlete. If this was returners, he's the top 1, obviously. But as a receiver, he was good. But I don't know. Butler had the stats.
Dude, Derek Williams was just unreal all across the field. So yeah, I get it. Derek Williams, Deion Butler was a walk-on. So was Jordan Norwood, and those 2 guys were unreal. Jordan Norwood could be in the top 10. I mean, just a natural. That dude, he was so athletic.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Put Derek at 11.
Natural, man.
So,
yeah. All right. George, go ahead.
My top 5 and 6 were good, right? I mean,
I liked your whole top 10.
Yeah, no, it's a good top 10.
Yeah, there's no wrong top 10 with our wide receivers. So
yeah,
I got Bobby Ingram 1, Kenny Jackson 2, Deion Butler 3, OJ McDuffie 4, Robinson 5, Garrity 6, Deshaun Hamilton, Chris Godwin, Brian Johnson, and you're right, Joe Vicious, Dwan Johnson, Derek. I get the arguments for all of them, but that's my list. I would put Liam Clifford up. It's how I think you guys are laughing at me. I was reading.
No. We were laughing. Keep chopping.
Okay,
Liam Clifford.
Yeah. Oh, that you're right. That one should have been my number 1. I got it right.
There you go.
He breaks the top 10 on the biggest downfalls. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. He breaks the top 10.
But he's the highest paid of all of them in college. So
yeah.
Wait, I go back to some a little further back. So the Kenny Jacksons and Greg Garrity. How do you? I mean, just one catch. Which you remember is 82. It's that Sugar Bowl. We haven't won a national championship yet. I watched us come really close, and he made that diving catch in the end zone. He's got to be on my list. Just somewhere has to be. So
I agree. Yeah, I get it. And that's the thing. Your experience with football should shape the way you make that list.
Right.
Personally, I think that's how it should be. But yeah. So is it my turn?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna do mine in reverse order to keep the suspense.
Okay. I like that. Yeah.
I have my first 2 out as well. So these are my honorable mentions: Jordan Norwood and Bryant Johnson.
Those are good.
First 2 out. At 10, I got Joe Jurevicius. At 9, I got Kenny Jackson. At 8, I have Allen Robinson. At 7, I've got Derek Williams. At 6, I have OJ McDuffie. At 5, I've got Chris Godwin. At 4, I've got Deshaun Hamilton. At 3, I've got Jahan Dotson. At 2, I've got Deion Butler. And at 1, I got Bobby Ingram.
Okay.
And that's colored heavily by my 90s Penn State.
Why Deshaun Hamilton?
Because of his talents. Like some of the crazy stuff that he could do was just
he was unbelievable.
Bonkers. Yeah. Like I know he didn't like national championship diving catch, but he like some of the stuff he could do just blew me away. Because it was kind of like Derek Williams with him. It was like you just watch him and like, I don't know how you move like that. Like, I don't understand how you move like that. But he was basically just, and I think you said it, he was like Derek Williams, but he was a bit more productive than Derek, which is why I have him above Derek. But
keep chopping. I had Chaffee Fields on my list at one point, and then he fell off. Yeah, he made some big plays for us too.
Brian Johnson was very good in the late 90s, early 2000s.
So first it was Chaffee Fields, then it was Derek Williams, then it was Jahan Dotson and KJ. Like Chaffee Fields was Derek Williams, and then Derek Williams, Jahan Dotson was Derek Williams. You know what I mean? Like
that's fair.
That's the order, really. I mean, man, it's dude, it's hard, man. Like this is like very.
It's hard to put them. There's no wrong. They're all good. So I mean, yeah.
Nothing's come out of the blue from any of us yet, though. So
no.
I think Ingram is the one guy that you go like, yeah, he's number one, right?
Yep.
Just because he was just ridiculous. But
like, if we put a top 10 favorite list, that'd be a different list. Your favorite players.
Well,
that's what I mean.
It's colored probably by that anyway.
Exactly.
We're gonna have
No, go ahead. I was just gonna say, if we did like a top 10 favorite wide receiver list, I would have probably Parker Washington at 10 because I really liked him as a player. He was very underrated the whole time he was here. So
that's true.
If it was favorite, my top two would be Derek Williams and Joe Jaravicius 1 and 2.
Really? Yeah. Joe Jaravicius was wild to watch. Like, I'll give you that. He was really good.
He was so good.
Yeah, he was.
Yep.
Okay. So my first two out are Brian Johnson and KJ Hamler.
Okay, KJ Hamler's a good pick. Wow, we forgot about him. Yeah.
And then it's Deion Butler, Greg Garrity, Chris Godwin, Jahan Dotson, Derek Williams, Allen Robinson, Joe Jaravicius, OJ McDuffie, Kenny Jackson, and Bobby Ingram. OJ. So I think Ingram was a first-round pick. Kenny was a first-round pick. OJ was a first-round pick. Brian Johnson was a first-round pick.
Yeah.
Joe Jaravicius was a second-round pick. Jahan was a first. Godwin was a second. KJ was, I forget, fourth. But when Kenny Jackson and Bobby Ingram were first-round picks, right?
Jackson was for sure.
Yes, he was.
Ingram was a first rounder, right? He sure was.
I think so.
Didn't he first round to Seattle?
52nd overall. So no, even Bobby Ingram.
No, he was second rounder. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure he was a first.
Because I think even then, at that time, that's still the second round, 52nd. Wow, that's low for him. Probably because of his size. He was what?
He went to the Bears first too. I forgot about that.
Bobby Ingram was 5'10". That's why he was second round.
Yeah, that's it. Yep.
But we'll have to. I don't know who that is, to be honest with you.
Jimmy
Chaffee Fields. So now, like Chaffee Fields, I don't know. I can't have him in my top 10. He was awesome, but
I wouldn't chastise you if you had him there at the top 10. But
you guys put your top 10s in the comments.
I would put Tony Johnson in my top 10 favorite wide receivers too. Yeah. He wasn't the most productive, but him and Larry playing together was amazing. So.
Yeah, and somebody else mentioned this earlier. What about Derek Moy? Right?
Yeah, Derek Moy, I put at 12. Yeah. I put him at 12.
Like he's another good one that you could. Yeah, I wouldn't chastise you for having him in the top 10.
I would put Parker Washington at 15. I would put him at 15. Parker Washington at 15. Yeah.
See, Jimmy Cephalo. That's the thing. He's from the 70s. Like I don't even remember.
That's the thing. Yeah, like my era was after that.
But KJ Hamler, we freaking forgot about him. Thank you, Marcus. He was electric, dude. That dude, probably one of the fastest players to ever play at Penn State.
He was crazy.
I'm trying to think of like who else I'm thinking. Yeah, Devin Smith. He was good too.
Yeah, Devin Smith. He took it 90 yards against Ohio State. KJ Hamler, dude, insane, dude. So fast.
He just didn't. Yeah, but the Choppin's right. His footwork needed. He never got his footwork squared.
Nah, he was always.
Yeah.
He was so little. Brett, like from your era, if you will. Who are we missing? Like Chris Godwin, like Saeed Blacknell was pretty good. DeAndre Thompson.
Saeed Blacknell had a sensational Big Ten championship game you'll never forget.
It was huge.
I commented on his post the other day because he's coaching He's coaching kids right now in football. I said Big Ten champ, and he liked it. So yeah, shout out to Saeed.
Well, this is just it's our top 10. Like that's what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
You know, it's our top 10. It's not like an all time.
yeah. Like
Nah.
who we like enjoyed watching, who was still really
Like,
good. All the players
dude,
we named were very good. So I mean,
I'm not a Chris Buchanani history guy, but I'm a history guy, and there's guys still that I'm like, wow, I don't even know who that is. You know what I mean? Because it's like so far back. You know, I don't.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Like my one coworker, he graduated in '88. I mean, he tells me guys all the time. I'm like, I don't even know who that is. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like when we did our top 10 for running backs, John Capoletti's on there because he was the Heisman winner. That's way before us, but still he's John Capoletti. Yep. So it's just our top 10. I mean, if we did all time, man, we're going back to freaking
1908.
Who's that one guy?
Actually 1899.
We basically just went back from the 80s at the furthest with the wide receivers, the 80s to now.
The thing is, if you were going to do a proper all-time list, you'd have to know about things that happened that were never recorded.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And sadly, our assistant head coach, Terry Smith, didn't make any of our lists. He was a good wide receiver. He's certainly not top 10. He was a good wide receiver.
He'd be on a favorites list.
Like, for example, Lenny Moore, and I didn't even know this because Brett Googled it. He had like a great NFL career. He's Joe Paterno's favorite player of all time, Lenny Moore.
Yep.
Now,
I didn't even know because I have no idea.
Now, if you go back, like the NFL, for example, right? I mean, they're history buffs. They remember everybody. Was it Fran Tankerton?
Yeah, Fran Tankerton.
So he was like Johnny Manziel, like literally Johnny Manziel, Michael Vick, and he played in the 40s, or he played in the 50s.
Yeah.
And he's still, to this day, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time in the NFL. And he played in the 50s, man.
Yeah.
You know, like
I can't
believe he was like, if you go back and watch his film, it was unbelievable what he was doing, Fran Tankerton. It was unbelievable.
Yeah. I can't believe I forgot about Jordan Norwood, man. I loved watching him growing up too, and went to school with his brother. So, yeah,
well,
I don't know how I forgot.
You know, when you're covering that much, you're going to have, especially at a school with as much history as Penn State, there's a list of probably 30 guys who you could argue all day that this guy should be in there because of X, this guy should be in there because of Y.
So, Jordan's brother, Levi Norwood, was in my class. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, was he?
So they both played basketball. They both played basketball too.
I do remember Norwood.
Zone to cardio. Yes, we did take him from the 70s. Yeah. Tell us what your top 10 is. Because
put your own top 10.
We just said dude, Brett and I
I was born in 91.
Yeah, I was born in 92, man. Like I was born when Blair Thomas was drafted. You know what I mean? Like that's as far back. My earliest memories of Penn State football are Zach Mills days. Maybe LeVar.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like LeVar Arrington, I was like 6 years old. 7 years old when they played. So I kind of remember that, but that's as far back as I go.
Zach Mills, Matt McGloin.
Aaron goes back to like the mid 90s. George goes back to like the 70s and 80s. You know what I mean? Like George would remember more of these guys than us, you know, like that's why like a lot of these lists for me personally has some recency bias because Derek Williams was amazing. Brian Johnson was awesome. Tony Johnson, the LJ, like Michael Robinson, Darryl Clark, like those are my guys, you know, like that's my, and Brett's is like Chris Godwin, Trace McSorley, KJ Hamler, Saquon, like that's Brett's like, you know.
Brian Johnson, I'm going to be honest with you, not ringing a bell to me. And that sounds crazy, probably to all of you, but I was 9.
Well,
I was 8. See, so like, he's not ringing a bell to me.
For Penn State, like I'm not factoring in the NFL, like the first round pick, I factor that in a little bit, but like running backs, dude, you can't, if you made a top 10 running backs for Penn State and you considered the NFL, like none of them would be top 10.
You would remove Keanu Carter. You can't do that. That's crazy.
Literally every running back we've had, except for maybe 2 or 3 have been busts in the NFL. Like,
because it happens. Like, that's why I say, like, no, I keep the NFL in the NFL and I keep college and college. So,
Keep chopping. No, Kenny Jackson was an All-American.
Yeah.
It wasn't just OJ. Keith Jackson was.
yeah, Jackson was, right?
Yeah, he was.
So we're going to do top 10s again. Like we're going to do tight ends, linemen, D linemen, linebackers, defensive backs. We're going to do all of them.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, Mickey Scholler, of course. Like, are you talking about senior or junior? Probably senior, because Mickey Scholler Jr., I don't think he did much in the NFL.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys give us your top 5 at least in the comments. Give us your top 5. How about that?
Yep.
Just
Please
right
give us
now,
those
top 5.
because I gotta head out soon, guys. It's been a day and I cannot talk anymore.
Brett, go ahead. You're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to see what they had.
Aaron and I are going to talk for at least 3 more hours.
Next 4 hours
For a little bit anyway. I got
the sun will be coming up when they're getting off.
Yeah, Schuler. Yeah, he played for the Jets. That's right.
The sun will be going back down by the time we get off.
Gosh, man. Yeah, I have a car show in the morning. I'm going to the.
Yeah, we can jump off, but yeah. Yeah, give us your
Giving us list.
Scholler Senior, yeah.
Schuler Senior. Yeah,
Mickey Scholler Jr. What did he do?
When did he play?
Well, I don't know if he was a junior, but Mickey Scholler is second.
Yeah. When did he play? What was his year? I don't remember anymore.
We are Penn State. Good show, guys.
Have a good night, Brett.
Yeah, have a good one, guys. Talk soon.
Yeah.
See you.
Mickey Scholler Jr., he played. See you, Brett. He played for the Falcons.
I can't remember when he was in college, though.
Well, Mickey Scholler Jr. was there in like 2008, 2009.
Is that when he was? Okay.
Yeah, and his dad was there in the 70s. Am I right? Yeah.
70 sounds right. Yeah.
He was a 3rd-round pick in 78.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we could do tight ends next. We did running backs, quarterbacks, receivers. We could do tight ends.
People call us tight end you right now. So.
Yeah. Tight ends, offensive line, defensive line, linebackers, defensive backs.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think a tight end list will probably be weighted heavily to more recent years.
Yeah.
Just because
I
think
kickers, we could do top 5, because
kickers. Yeah.
I mean, but there's a top 5, man.
There is a top 5. Yeah.
And 2 of them are named Barr, right?
Yep.
Matt Barr and Chris Barr.
Matt Barr.
So the Bars, Robbie Gold.
For sure. Yeah, he'd have to be on there.
Would you put Tyler Davis up there in top 5?
I mean, he was really good here. I would probably have him. I'm trying to think of who all would be on there, and I kind of have to have the big toe.
Yeah,
just because. But Qualic on the tight ends, yeah, that's a good one. That is a good one.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. I forgot. Yeah, so he's from McKees Rocks, 69. He was drafted. Yeah, man, that's a name that even I recognize. George, you recognize that name?
I recognize the name. I wasn't alive to watch it play, but
yeah, but he would have been on that 69 team that got screwed out of a national title shot.
See, that's the thing, man. Like Joe, he had so 69,
the Nixon incident,
94, 05, 08. Those were all years he could have potentially at least been in a national title.
I think 70.
Yes. Then there's a 70 year, right? Was it
70 or 72? Yeah. We also got screwed on.
So they lost in 78, George, right? To Alabama.
It was 78. Was it the 79 Sugar Bowl? I can't remember. 78 or 79. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been the 79 Sugar Bowl.
So they lost to Alabama, beat Georgia, lost to Oklahoma in the Bows, beat Miami.
Yeah.
And then there was, 60s and 70s. He had how many undefeated seasons? He had 4 undefeated seasons in that span?
There was 4 pretty close, I think.
Yeah. I thought there were 4. Yes.
So, Yeah.
I got to remember exactly which years it is because it's going to drive me crazy if I don't.
So, Marty Daniels from Blue Mountain State, he had 6 national championships.
Yeah.
And he said he would have beat Joe Pa up because he was little. But
And good luck with that.
that show was based after Penn State. So if you honestly take Joe and his undefeated seasons, I mean, he had like 94 national champions, right? So that's 3 national titles right there. Could have gone in 05, could have gone in 08. So we'll just hypothetically, that's 5. All right. 97. Again, kind of collapsed. 99 is another one they could have had one. So, maybe. And then 68, you said they were undefeated?
Well, it was 68, 69, both years they were undefeated. Now, you could argue that the AP was like, oh, you guys had too easy a schedule in 68. But in 69, they screwed us. Nixon screwed us. Plain and simple. We were better than Arkansas and Texas. Indisputably, we were better than them. And then 73 was the year I was thinking of. 73, we was undefeated and we got screwed again. And we beat LSU in the Orange Bowl in 73. And we should have been the national champions, and we got screwed. And then
it was Charlie Pittman that said him and his son as starters never lost a game at Penn State.
Yeah, 68 and 69 years. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then Charlie Pittman Jr., right? Was it Charlie Pittman Jr.?
I think he was junior. Yeah.
George?
I don't remember.
I thought it was Charlie Pittman Jr., but I'm not 100%.
Having a lot more decades is nice, but that's a lot more names to keep straight.
I know.
I'm sorry, Tony Pittman. So Tony Pittman played. When did Tony Pittman play? Yeah, so neither Tony Pittman nor Charlie Pittman ever lost a game they started while at Penn State. Their combined college records were 45-0-1.
That's fun.
But when did Tony Pittman play? He must have been on the 94 team then, right?
He had to be that or the 86 team.
He was born in 71, so it would have been in the 90.
No, it had to be the 94 team then,
yep.
Right?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I thought he was about my age.
Isn't that crazy? Charlie Pittman and Tony Pittman never lost a game as starters. That's unbelievable. A son and a dad and a son never lost a game for the same coach. And they were both academic All-Americans, he said.
That's quite a story. Yeah.
That's unreal.
Yeah.
And I will go to my grave saying we were the national champions in 1994, and just come for me if you want to. I will argue with that all day.
Yeah, 94 we got screwed.
Wait, what was Bowman? Was that the one where he's out of bounds?
Yeah, the 82, the catch against Nebraska. That was
yeah,
Bowman.
he was out of bounds.
That's why I said 82 when I saw it. I went, oh, 82.
Kirk Bowman, yeah.
That Nebraska's still sore about that one. Yeah.
All right. Okay. You guys want to do this right now?
What?
Top 10 all time?
All time players? Oh my God. Everybody?
I'd rather do some research, build a list, but
I'd have to think about it a lot is the problem. Because there's too many that I'd be like, I'd have to do a lot of thinking and comparing.
Yeah, I don't want to do that on the fly, man.
We could do one next week or something.
LeVar's number 1, right?
Is he?
You saying Shane Conlon isn't?
I'm
going to tell you, Conlon's a better linebacker than LeVar because Conlon made plays in big games. See, that's where this all goes, right?
Lenny Moore?
I don't
know about Paul Pusley. What about? I know that a lot of people loved Paul because he was such a game day guy. But
I know Mitchell, Capoletti. Right. I mean,
yeah, I guess you could.
Capoletti's the only guy who ever won the Heisman, right?
I mean, again, this is college.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not basing it on NFL Hall of Fame.
No, you can make an argument if I have 2 players that are man, they're about the same to me, then yeah, maybe if there's a NFL Hall of Famer out of one of them, I might give it the edge to that guy. But it has to be really close because I'm judging them based on how they played at Penn State, really.
I mean, if you're talking about the greatest players of all time,
at
top 10, LeVar is in the top 10 100%. He was
there's no question. Yeah, LeVar is definitely one of the top 10.
And then Kerry Collins, Lenny Moore, John Capoletti,
Yeah.
Kajana.
Kiana Carter. Yeah. In terms of what they did at Penn State, Barkley, in terms of talent, like in terms of the physical talent, he's the freakiest guy that's
yeah,
ever.
it can be based on talent, sure. I mean, Saquon's in there. Saquon's just a generational, like that's a once in a lifetime.
Just a superhuman. Yeah.
When you have Earl Campbell and Barry Sanders combined, that's
Jack Ham. Yeah, Jack Ham would. Like, if you ever see, I actually went and watched. Like this was before my time, but I actually went and watched footage of Jack Ham playing football. I would not have had the courage to step on the field as a running back if Jack Ham was out there and I knew he was going to hit me at some point.
Yeah.
Like I would fear for my life. That dude, if you go back and watch some of that stuff, like he was terrifying.
You look at Franco though. Franco in his time, he was as big as a lineman. He was running at.
Huge. Yeah.
Yes, he was.
So, what about Derek Williams? Is he?
He's a freak athlete.
He's a freak athlete.
Top 10? I mean, he was a generational guy. He was a Saquon. Not as good as Saquon, but he was a Saquon.
I think production as a whole would hold me back on him because I'm just going to run out of top 10 spots, right? Like,
well, he's the only player in college football, I think, history to have a kick return, a rushing touchdown, and a receiving touchdown in one game. Yeah. That's history right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean it is. Yeah, like I said, like he almost had like a Devin Hester to me, where it was like, man, when you watched him play, it was special. But yeah, it's tough, man. That's the problem. You run out of players. You run out of room on your top 10 list. Because I think Jack Ham, if I, having watched Jack Ham play football, I don't think I could have a top 10 and not have Jack Ham on it.
I watched him play for the Steelers when I was growing up. He was unbelievable. I know. I'm just saying he had to be awesome as a Penn State player.
If you watch his college film, it's just him in Penn State uniform. Like it's hard to tell. Like he was a man among children out there. Like it was ridiculous. Matt Millen.
Yeah, Matt Millen and Bruce Clark, like.
Yeah. That's the problem. You run out of space too fast in the top 10. Too much history.
But yeah, keep chopping. You're right. Like Saquon, he was a
freak, man.
I'm talking in college football, he was a generational talent, not just Penn State. He was unbelievable.
Because you look at his highlight footage, you got to have the Penn State highlights in there because all the stuff he did.
And that is proof that the Heisman does not go to the best player in college.
That was a crime. He should have been our second Heisman. Yeah.
Who is better than him that year? That's insanity. I don't even feel like that.
Baker Mayfield won it, right?
Right. But
he's not better than he was better than Baker Mayfield.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But are you telling me Salam was better than Kajana Carter?
No, I'm not.
No.
Which then he gets
Carson
it because
Palmer,
he went. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Carson Palmer was better than LJ?
No. Yeah.
LJ was the Heisman winner that year.
So Salam got it instead of Carter. And they said because he went for over 2,000. Great. So then LJ goes over 2,000 and they make up another reason. I'm not buying this. That year, you could just throw the Heisman away. I'm done. I don't care anymore. LJ didn't get the Heisman. I'm done.
That's total BS, man. Like,
Kajana
Carter. Wasn't Kerry Collins in the Heisman that year? Wasn't he in the vote?
He was in the running for it. I don't know. I don't remember where he finished.
I mean, Kerry Collins should have won the Heisman Trophy. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. There were some that were really frustrating. Mike Munchak's another good one.
LJ, why did he not win the Heisman?
LJ just got screwed. You're right. It was not fair.
They said he didn't because of the Michigan game. That's the excuse I heard. He didn't show up in the big games.
Oh, he wasn't. Yeah, he didn't get 100 yards against one of the best defenses in the entire sport.
Right. That's what they said.
Okay. I mean, I'm not surprised. But then they're more than happy to give it to a dude who got all his passing yards against third-rate talent at directional schools. They're more than happy to hand those guys. Yeah.
Yep.
Did he have Keyshawn? No, Keyshawn Johnson.
Keyshawn
was he drafted in '93?
Johnson would have been 93 or 94, I think.
So Carson Palmer didn't play with him. Yeah. Quarterback from California.
No, he was 96.
96.
Yeah.
So quarterback from California or the running back from cold little state college? Who do you give it to?
Yeah, exactly. Mm.
Shane Collin, definitely top 10.
Yeah, Conlin's another really good one. Steve
Yeah,
McNair,
he did that against
that's a
Pitt. He
name.
was watching shadows, yeah.
Yeah. Steve McNair, that is a name, man. Oof. Remember him back. I remember him more for his NFL time than for when he
So
played.
that would have been 1994 Heisman.
Yeah, I don't remember who was in the running for that.
Yeah, Steve McNair.
It was McNair. Yeah, I have to look at that up. Yeah, so Rashawn Salam won it. Kiana Carter was second. Steve McNair was third. Kerry Collins was fourth.
Sorry, hold on.
So Kerry was in the top 5.
That
Was
probably hurt the people that would vote for a Penn State guy getting split between Kajana and
It probably
Kerry.
did. Yeah, it probably did because our offense was so unbelievable in 1994 that we had 2 top 5 Heisman candidates on it. By the way,
there's no reason Penn State should not have won the Heisman Trophy, especially in '94.
also, unless I'm mistaken, isn't USC the only team other than us to ever do that?
What?
To have a running back and a quarterback in the top 5 of the Heisman voting at the end of the year?
Probably, yeah.
I think it was
probably.
just us and them.
Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart, yeah.
Yeah, Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart.
Oh, you mean cheating?
Yeah, well, they were cheating to do it. Yeah. Oh wow, Warren Sapp was in that Heisman voting.
Was he
How about
really?
that?
Who is this here?
That was quite a year, man. What a talented group.
You guys can hear that, right?
Yeah. Well, I thought I heard it.
Come on, Xfinity. Don't let me down.
Yeah.
Chris Fowler. State college guy.
Man, he looks so different.
Like a kid.
And
Yeah,
he barely
dude,
fits in the suit.
how old is he in this? He
8.
6.
Yeah. There's Kiana. Yeah. Kerry. Steve McNair.
Looks like Adrian Peterson.
He does look like AP, doesn't he? Yeah. I always thought he kind of looked like him. But you know, the guy with the best NFL career was sitting there, yeah.
Warren Sapp.
Warren Sapp, yeah. The guy who had the ultimate NFL career was sitting there. Steve McNair had a pretty good NFL career too, honestly.
He did. Kerry played a long time.
Kerry played a really long time, yeah. And he was on a couple of Super Bowl teams. I don't think they won, but he was there.
Steve McNair was killed, right?
I don't remember how, but I think he has passed away.
Because there's a Netflix doc that I watched on him. I just
Yeah.
can't remember.
Yeah, Mike Rozier. He was on that 82 Nebraska team.
Yeah, man, that's crazy that neither of them won that. That's just unbelievable.
I think George is right. Maybe having both of them kind of hurt their votes from the same team.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
For sure.
I
But
would
LJ.
think.
Why not LJ?
Yeah. Yeah, LJ, I still.
Because
that
I
one-
think
that
even
one-
LJ's year, they had 6 guys.
Yeah.
After LJ didn't get it, I'm dead serious. I've never watched another Heisman award ceremony
It
ever.
is crazy.
After this one.
After LJ didn't get it.
Yeah.
Brad
I'll blame you.
Banks. I remember Brad Banks.
Yeah. Ken Dorsey and Willis McGahee was a really good football player too. But
Yes, he was.
he's still probably the best Jaguar that ever played the game. He's up there.
Yeah, we can do that, Zone of Cardio. Yeah. Using an NFL draft list, sure.
Yeah, you could. That would be fun.
Yeah, that counts
Excuse me.
for sure. I mean, Blair Thomas, Kajana Carter, DJ Dozier, Kurt Warner.
Yeah, Kurt Warner would be up there too.
Lionel
98.
Mitchell had a good year with the
Lydell
A good career.
Mitchell.
Lydell Mitchell.
Franco.
Bro, who am I thinking of in 98? The running back in 97 at Penn State.
Oh my God.
Curtis Enos. That's
Enos. Yeah, Curtis Enos. Jeez.
And
yeah, I was
LJ.
drawing a blank too.
Curtis Enos is another one that just went nowhere in the pros.
Yeah, it was injuries.
Yep.
Just injuries forever for Curtis.
Carson Palmer, Brad Banks, Larry Johnson, Willis McGahee, Ken Dorsey.
Yeah, they didn't even. I mean, that was criminal. They didn't even give him second.
Yeah, and then they debuted the Junction Boys after that.
I know. Yeah.
Hey guys, this is what they all went through to win the Heisman.
Yeah. Yeah. Heisman voters a lot like MVP voters in the NFL.
Yeah.
It's a popularity contest. Oh, Franco's brother Pete and all those interceptions. Yeah. My goodness. Ken Dorsey didn't pan out as well as I thought he would in the NFL. Remember that.
So no, he didn't.
LJ did, but he got burned out because Casey had
Ken
no
Dorsey-
offense except him.
Ken Dorsey was Miami, right?
Yeah, he was Miami player. Yeah.
So
Yeah, and
He was like
Right.
he was like one of the best players on that amazing team they had in 2000 or 2001.
I didn't like seeing LJ getting all that trouble he got in, too.
Yeah.
yeah,
That was not good.
he was he got distracted sometimes. There's Larry Coker. See that?
Yeah. Yeah. Miami head coach. You know where he coached after that?
No.
When they kicked him out? UTSA for like 15
Oh, yeah?
years. Yeah.
He looks like a Rudy Giuliani a little bit. There's
Well, he
LJ
kinda
Jr.,
does, yeah,
LJ
he
Senior.
kinda does.
Is that Larry Johnson Senior right there? I think right there.
Oh, back there.
Yeah, I think so. Right? Is that him? Looks like it.
It's hard to tell.
They got all those Heisman winners up there. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Who are the women? Their wives, maybe, I guess?
Probably wives, yeah. Mhm. Family.
Screw you, Carson Palmer. The Steelers beat
Yeah. Well, you never got a Super Bowl ring because
Yeah.
you went to the Bengals.
Kimo von Olhoff.
Yeah.
Blew his knee out in the playoffs, man, which isn't, that's not a joke.
That
but
sucks.
He
Yeah.
blew the 05 year. He rolled into his knee and blew it out, and then John Kitna came in. They beat them.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Eric McCoo, yeah.
yeah, well, the Bengals never learned. They still haven't learned that you need an offensive line.
Yeah, they have probably one of the best quarterbacks of all time, potentially, and they can't protect him.
They've been super lucky with quarterbacks. 'Cause they had Boomer
they would've-
Esiason. They had Carson Palmer and now Joe
They
Burrow.
would have won the Super Bowl against the Rams if they blocked for Joe Burrow. You know,
Yeah.
if he didn't have 10 sacks in the Super Bowl, he might have won. You know?
Like my Eagles have never had a single Boomer Esiason in our entire existence. It's never happened.
Yeah, you had Ron Jaworski. That's about the closest,
Jaws,
right?
Yeah. And then we had Randall Cunningham, who was absolutely amazing to watch play football, but he was also very much like Dak Prescott in that he was completely a noodle as soon as the playoffs came in. And then we had Donovan McNabb, who was really good, really good football player. But boy, he just did the strangest things. He would just throw the football into the ground for no reason.
Yeah, man. And you had like T.O. The year they went with T.O., if he didn't have a broken ankle,
we probably
might have won.
Yeah, we probably do win that game.
But
it was the same. But
twice we were close. The Steelers didn't make it in 05 and the Eagles didn't make it in 08. We could have had Eagles Steelers.
All PA. Mm-hmm. I was rooting for the All PA Super Bowl.
And Ed Rendell wanted to have the Super Bowl at Beaver Stadium. That would never happen, but he wanted to have
it would have been funny.
All PA Super Bowl at Beaver Stadium. Now the stadium could handle that, but the town, it's like the Olympics, man. Like you can't just host the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? State College wouldn't be able to handle it.
Yeah. State College the town would be a strange place for the Super Bowl. The stadium would be perfectly fine, but the town would be a problem.
Yeah, Cardio, you're right. They had Goon, they had Hardings and Rivera.
Conlon Hardings.
Yeah, that team was Rivera so good. Oh my goodness. Rivera that line was unbelievable. Man.
That's another thing too, and this is something else. If you go to a top 10 all-time list, it's too easy for you to forget that we have some elite offensive line, like guys in our history.
Yeah.
It's just that top 10 list would be so hard for me to do because I would have to go through every offensive line too and be like, is he actually was he maybe better than LeVar? Like, because it's hard to judge offensive line play without really looking at the tape, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
the
hog mollies, I'd have to call Landon Tangwell, like, hey, Landon, help me.
Yeah, like top 10 offensive linemen. I mean,
that'd be a tough list.
Vega's in there for sure.
Vega's I think Vega could be in there. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And sometimes oh man. Yeah. Well, I think Rivera would have to be in there. Conlon would be in there.
Yeah, Jeff Hardings you have to put in there.
Hardings. I always forget our math genius for the Ravens for so many years.
John Urschel, yeah.
Urschel, thank you. Urschel. I always forget his last name.
And then Wisniewski, I would put AQ Shipley in the top 10.
Wisniewski, yeah. AQ Shipley would be one of the top offensive line. The thing is, I'd have to go back and watch tape from the 70s and 60s because we had hog mollies who were ridiculous.
Absolutely. But what about Connor McGovern?
McGovern,
maybe.
Yeah, he's another one. He was he was super consistent, but that's your job as an offensive line.
Donovan Smith had a real good NFL career. He won, I think, 2 Super Bowls. He was on Tom Brady's line in Tampa.
He had a slow start with us. By his senior year, he was kicking, but a little bit of a slow start. Levi Brown would be another one. Yeah. So,
George, who do you think would be good lineman?
Well, Levi Brown just came up. I wouldn't mind that, but Hardings. I don't know. Yeah, the guys from '94.
Yeah, '94.
I mean, it's too hard for linemen.
I know.
We already said a bunch, and if I were ever to do a top 10 all-time Penn State thing, I would do. This would be harder, but also easier. Just top 10 favorite players. Forget about.
It would be easier, yeah.
Stats and NFL. I just forget about all of that. Just your top 10 favorite players. I could probably do that. Top 10 Penn State players in my lifetime. I don't know. I would spend months running in circles trying to convince myself of that list.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it would take a while. I could do it though. It would be easier probably than all time. But because all time I'd have to go watch tape on them. I'd have to try and find some tape on them.
Mm-hmm.
Because Jack Ham, I didn't really appreciate Jack Ham until I saw the tape. And I was like, holy nutsacks, that guy's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yep. There's a reason he's an NFL Hall of Famer. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine being an NFL running back, getting past Meansville Green, and there's Jack Hand, Jack Lambert. Nope, I'm going home.
Oh my
I'm done.
God. Yeah.
I can't even like comprehend what that must be like. Mean Joe Green, Jack Lambert, you got Mel Blunt back there.
LC
Mel Blunt, LC Greenwood. You got Mel Blunt. Like Mel Blunt would literally rip your entire head off.
Yeah, Blunt was a big boy.
He was unbelievable.
You Yinzer fans had it so good for so long. It's only just now that the Eagles have turned the tide.
Well, the 70s, even in the 90s, man, we had Levon Kirkland. We had
Kirkland. Yeah, he was a big guy. And then you got Palomalu. I was so mad that you guys got Palomalu back when you drafted him. I was like,
so but you think about like the 2000s to the 2010s, the Steelers were the dynasty at that time. Like,
yeah,
because Tom Brady, he won a Super Bowl in 2004, and then they didn't go back until what, 20?
No, they had three before 2010.
Yeah, there was like a 5-year stretch there though where they didn't go to the Super Bowl.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
After their last one was, so they did. Let me think here. I have to remember. They beat the Rams, then they beat the Eagles.
They beat the Rams, Panthers,
Eagles. Yeah, and then
the Steelers won it, and then it was the Colts, and then
they lost in 2007 to the Giants, and then they didn't go back for a little while.
Yeah, to like what, 2013 or something like that.
2011, I think they won, and then the Giants beat them again the next year.
In 2008, if Tom Brady doesn't get his ACL blown out in the first game, they're probably going back that year.
Probably, yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Because we beat a Matt Castle in the playoffs. I think they still made the playoffs.
It was Matt Castle. That's right. I do remember that.
Now, if Tom Brady is healthy that year, I don't know if the Steelers are the Super Bowl champs because Mike Tomlin never beat the Patriots. And we had the number 1 defense in the league that year, but I don't know, man. Tom Brady healthy, I don't know what happens.
He finds ways, man. There's a reason he's the GOAT.
Wisniewski. Yeah,
Wisniewski. Yeah, he's another one that I'd have to really like that. Even that list would be difficult, just to narrow down.
And then you want to do top 10 fullbacks. Sean McHugh's on that top 10.
Yeah, that one would take a lot of
Snow, Dan Lawler.
Yeah.
That would take some thinking. Milton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that one, some of the best guys are going to be back in the 60s and 70s for sure.
Yeah, I mean, Franco was
they put 2 fullbacks
right.
and a running back. So
yeah, they technically
Franco was a fullback.
Right. Yeah, because technically they kind of muddied with what they called running backs and fullbacks at the time. So, but yeah.
And John Whitman, right?
Yep. Whitman was he was a fullback, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I couldn't remember, like he kind of did like I can never remember if he was a running back or a fullback on
the he was he was a little like Aaron Harris before Aaron Harris got hurt. He was a fullback, but sometimes he'd be the only back too.
Yeah, that's why because I remember him playing like single back. And I was like, I could never tell if he was running back as position or fullback as position.
Who's that?
Sam Gash.
Whitman.
What about Aaron Harris? He was a fullback, right?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, Aaron Harris sometimes would be the only back in the backfield.
Yeah,
even though he lined up at fullback a lot. The same thing happened with Whitman, if I remember right.
Yeah. Whitman was probably the best lead blocker. Yeah.
In 99, it was Eric McCoo, Aaron Harris, and Larry Johnson. Those were the running backs in 99. But Aaron Harris was like the main guy, I think, right?
Yes. He would have been lead blocking.
Yep.
Yeah.
Remember that he got hurt and he never came back nearly as good as he was a beast before he got hurt.
Yeah.
But in 99, LJ had that long screen pass touchdown, remember, against Arizona?
Yeah, I vaguely remember that.
Like, LJ was legit. He was a freshman in 99.
Yeah, I mean, LJ was an elite athlete.
He had like a 70-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
Sam Gash, yeah.
Wasn't really Joe's style to use him that way a lot with the freshmen, but you could have easily just plugged LJ in and had him go.
I believe that Arizona game, that we started that season with might be the reason that team fell apart. They got way too cocky because they were 2 and Arizona was 3 or whatever the rankings were.
Yeah.
And then they had a pretty easy ride for quite some time. So
I know what happened that year.
Oh yeah.
Someone on the inside told me.
Oh.
They were just burnt out, man. Joe pushed them too hard. They were just burnt out.
It's one of those years.
Joe, like, dude, Joe, he probably burnt out a lot of teams. Like 97. What about 97?
Yeah.
By Michigan? Like they were number 1 and 2 in that game. Michigan and Penn State in 97. Mike McQuarrie was the quarterback. They had Curtis Enos. They beat Ohio State. Like Michigan annihilated them, man.
Yeah.
Woodson
they
got
cooked, I guess. Yeah.
Woodson had like a receiving touchdown and like multiple interceptions. Like that was unreal. Woodson against Penn State, that's where he won the Heisman Trophy. Really?
Yeah, I mean, look, if you were asking me who the best player to ever play for Michigan was, it was Woodson. Because the dude, you talk about freaks, that guy was a freak.
Yeah, and he was probably better than Desmond Howard.
Yeah, I would take him over Desmond Howard, yeah. But it's not popular because, defense is never as popular as offense. But, like, the truth is, honestly, I would take Woodson all day.
See, that's the thing. Sean McHugh, he blocked for Michael Robinson and LJ. But technically, Michael Robinson was a fullback. He was.
He was technically running. Yeah, I remember that being a thing. Yep.
He is one of my – I don't care what position, what year. He is one of my favorite Penn State players ever, Michael Robinson.
Yeah,
absolutely.
He was just an athlete.
He is what Penn State is meant to be, too.
Yeah.
He did everything Jill asked him to do. Every different position Jill could put him in.
Sure.
He could have transferred. He's a heck of an athlete. He could have went somewhere else. He stayed the course. He fought. He got to be the starting quarter. I don't know. And now he's one heck of a representative of the university too. He's just one of my favorite players ever.
Yeah.
And he got his shot with the Niners too.
Yep.
Yeah. And what Joe did was he recruited athletes. So Mark Rubin was a receiver when he came to Penn State, and he ended as a safety. A.Q. Shipley was the D tackle, then he ended at center. Kajana Carter was a linebacker when he came to Penn State. Like, they wanted Jim Kelly to play linebacker.
Yep.
But he just recruited athletes, man, like Michael Robinson, Derek Williams. Who else? Like
Curtis Enos came as a linebacker. Yeah, Curtis Enos came as a linebacker.
Yeah, he came as a linebacker.
Like, Mark Rubin was just an athlete, man. You know what I mean? And then, I mean, Derek Williams could have played anywhere. Justin King could have played anywhere, and he did. A.J. Wallace could have played anywhere. Jordan Norwood could have played anywhere.
Yeah.
They could have been defensive backs or receivers. Daryl Clark, as big as he was, he probably could have played like tight end or something.
He could have played, linebacker if he wanted to. He was a big dude. Yeah.
That dude.
And then like Spice Adams, Jimmy Kennedy, Michael Haynes, they could have played O-line,
Mm-hmm.
Wisniewski could have played D-line.
Yep.
Rivera could have played D-line.
Yeah, Rivera definitely could. Rivera looked like a D tackle in a lot of ways, I thought.
Goon could have played D-line. Like, he just recruited athletes is what he did.
Mm-hmm.
There's this, so if you guys haven't seen it, there's this documentary on YouTube. What's it called, man? ESPN. It was like a whole documentary. Hold on. It was 1999. This season. North Penn. So it was you remember North Penn, Mike Pettit, who was Johnny Manziel's head coach in Cleveland.
Okay.
He started in Pennsylvania. So I think it was Mike, right? Mike Pettit, and then his dad, Mike Pettit Sr., who's like the Joe Paterno of high school football. And he like talks about Joe Paterno in the documentary. But it's called The Season, 1999 North Penn football. Watch that stuff.
Okay.
But they had a lineman. Oh man, dude, I forget his name, but he was in Joe's doghouse a lot. But I remembered watching that documentary for the first time, and Chris McKelvey, bro. Chris McKelvey, all right? Like, he was oh my goodness, Chris McKelvey. I remember when I first saw him on that documentary. If you watch that documentary, I remember seeing him, I'm like, man, he is big. And he went to Penn State. He was huge, man, Chris McKelvey. But he started for Penn State, but he was always in Joe's doghouse, pissing him off. Who was that lineman that when they were at that one bowl game, he shot an arrow through a wall?
I don't remember that.
You remember that? George, you remember that? Yeah, in the hotel, he shot an arrow through a hotel wall.
I don't remember hearing about that.
All right. The infamous 2005 Penn State arrow incident actually occurred in an on-campus student apartment.
Oh. Okay.
Hold on. And then Deion Butler almost died on a jet ski down in Miami.
No, I do remember hearing that. Yeah.
Freaking, he went out there and ran out of gas. Not a hotel. 2 players were initially suspended after shooting arrows through a wall.
I remember that.
Oh,
Tyler Reed and Andrew Richardson. Okay.
I for some reason I thought it was Chris McKelvey that was behind that.
It wasn't.
Can you imagine a big lineman shooting an arrow through a wall? Like, they're big. They're already big. Linemen are.
Yeah.
I could just imagine
the things we do as kids.
Deion Butler jet ski. Almost died. He literally almost died on a jet ski.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
This is the storyline. Butler prefers to go deep on the field, not at sea. Looks to catch ride when jet ski runs out of gas. Wow. Yep. That's insane, man.
Put yourself in quite a situation there. Yeah.
Yeah, that I remember that. Like, I remember hearing about that. That was at the Orange Bowl.
Yeah, the Orange Bowl 2005.
I mean, dude, that's the thing. Like, when you go to Penn State and you come from the freezing cold, then you're in Miami. You're like, of course you're gonna
wilding out a little. Yeah.
Yeah, like, you're gonna be on a jet ski. You know? Like, why would
try it?
Yeah.
Just blame whoever gave him the jet ski. They didn't fill it up.
Butler finds himself all alone in the ocean.
That is scary, though. You don't want that to happen.
PSU receiver nearly lost at sea.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? If we're like, yeah, Penn State's top receiver, he's out in the ocean somewhere, so he couldn't make the game tonight.
Yeah. I remember I heard a story about some diving school in Australia or something where they left 2 people in the water, forgot they didn't have them, and just float and just went away. And this guy and his girlfriend had to, like, survive for like 12 or 13 hours before anybody came back for them.
Well, that's a movie. That's a movie, and they died.
Yeah. No. This is like this is a real story. They did come back and get them, but it was 13 hours late. It was the next day that they.
That happens more than you might know. Dive boats don't do good. Get the wrong organization, they don't do the head count and just leave.
I think there's a movie. I think it's real where they died. They both.
Yeah, it might have been based on that story. I remember seeing that.
But that's a wild movie.
Yeah.
Absolutely wild. By the way, there's this one movie coming out. What's it called? I just saw it's a horror movie. By the way, if you guys haven't seen Obsessed, definitely go watch that movie.
Oh, okay.
That is an unreal movie. Evil Dead. Is it Evil Dead?
Oh, it's a new Evil Dead. That's interesting. I didn't hear about that.
No, it's not Evil Dead. I just saw the trailer. It's unreal. It's crazy. But yeah, watch Obsessed if you haven't seen that. That movie's not. That is insane. Insidious is coming out with another one.
Oh.
Is it Evil Dead? I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But
I know there's a new Resident Evil coming, but
Resident Evil, that's it.
Is it? Yeah. Is that it? Okay, I knew that there's a new Resident Evil coming. Yeah,
that looks insane. Resident Evil.
If they go back to what it was originally, I think it could be good. I grew up on that. That was one of the video games I played as a kid.
It's coming out this year, I think, right?
I don't remember if they announced it this year. It might have been later this year.
September of 26.
Okay, I was going to say September, November, maybe. Yeah.
That's crazy. They were talking about that. They said September 18th and 19th. September 19th is my birthday.
Oh.
So Resident Evil comes out, then LSU plays Ole Miss.
Oh, that's going to be a day. Oh.
And I think Utah plays Utah State that week too.
I'm going to tell you that the press conference after that game might be as interesting as the game itself. No matter who wins. Because
LSU is at Ole Miss, and LSU's probably going to win.
I don't know.
I mean, they have Sam Levitt, man. Like, they have they
have all the talent in the world. Yeah. But like I say, like historically, though, a team full of really talented guys doesn't always work. In fact, it usually doesn't, actually.
Especially if Franklin's a coach.
Yeah. Well, there's just a lot of my concern for LSU is that there's a lot of people on that team that are very I, me, and myself, right? And so usually when you get that kind of talent in a room, it becomes problematic quickly. Because at Alabama, the reason it worked is like they could stack the deck, but everybody was selfless, right? They were all there as a team, so it worked. And same for Georgia when they were stacking them up. Kirby had everybody, playing as a team. But I don't know that I feel that way about that LSU team.
Or that coach.
Yeah. Well, that coach, that's the thing. Like from the top, it's I, myself, and me, right? Because that dude's a drama queen. So I don't know. He seems to love his spotlight.
Who's that?
Kiffin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, and when you got that from the top and then you put a bunch of divas on a team, like, I don't know what's going to happen there, man. That could be Clemson. That could be Clemson PSU disaster for them. So I'm not saying that'll happen because I can't, like, it's hard for me to envision them being that bad. But at the same time, it was hard for me to envision Penn State and Clemson being that bad last year. So, I wouldn't totally rule it out.
Yeah. Clemson was, well, they didn't lose too badly to LSU in the opener, No,
it was a close game, but then they just kind of came apart afterwards, right?
So, but yeah, Penn State and Clemson both, like they were both projected. Texas, Penn State, and Clemson were all projected to be like the top teams. Yeah.
Yeah.
And just didn't work out that way at all.
Smoked. So, yeah. But that's how it goes, As I said, like, as you hear coaches preach about it all the time. Like, if you got to have the right locker room mentality. So I don't know that I buy LSU does, but I'm buying stock in. I've been saying it the whole time. I've been buying stock in Houston though. I'll take stock in them because I just see it, man. Connor Weigman, like, people forget that dude was on. He was a 5-star on a direct airline to the top, and then Texas A&M had some issues and he left, and then he disappeared. And I'm telling you, man, give him Willie Fritz. I could just see him exploding onto the scene all of a sudden. Mm-hmm. But we'll see. But
all right, guys, I'm ready to jump off. You ready to jump off?
Yeah, I gotta get up early. So
yeah. All right, George, Aaron, thanks for coming on. Always great to have you on. Brett, thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
Help us get to 2,000 subs, guys. Please like, share, subscribe. Again, I'm posting those shorts on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. So follow us on Facebook if you haven't yet. Mark Lesko Podcast. But markleskopodcast.com. Go get some merch. Uplift pickleball paddles, Victory Sports and Fitness. And just share with your friends. Like I said, appreciate all the comments, guys. It's awesome having all you guys on here. And we will be on here next week. So have a good night.
Good night.
We are Penn State.
We are
Penn State.